Hi guys, it's Rick. This is a bit awkward, but due to some errors on my end, the immediate intro, the first few minutes of this Towers of Dream episode has no audio. So I'm cutting that out. Long story short, we introduced everybody. Everybody made some jokes. I started the introduction and then switched over to another scene. The initial scene in OBS had no mic inputs. I fixed that for the future, but for now, just enjoy this hard cut. Here we go. During which, many of them fell unconscious. Many of them were attacked. A chaos beast was summoned from Abanir's wild magic. But ultimately, with Annika's fell blow, the invisible Zarian Rock had his innards become outards, and he fell. However, as we will be described here shortly, as her cousin, Dendis Zaraku approached the party. Well, so you lot, again, for reference of this, you guys fought along this like 20-foot wide ravine in the middle of the desert that was surrounded by high dunes on either side. So Dendis climbs down and goes over to inspect the fallen body of ogres and goblins and hobgoblins that fell down along with Zarian Rock himself. And, you know, Tranquility standing there. Toshli is unconscious on the ground with Creep standing over him. And he comes to Tranquility and pats him on the arm, like, you did really well there. Even though you kind of disappeared for a while there.
Alright, so, last time here, Rick had me with my pants down, and it was just is awkward. So this time, I'm a little more prepared, as basically, when he does that, he'll just something didn't register, and he completely walks right by Tranquility. And it's in that moment afterwards, as he's approaching Annika or something, that everyone who's awake right now sees it. Tranquility raises his hand up. And for a split second, he goes dark. As you can see, he looks almost like that horrible mirror-like reflection. And a burst of energy explodes from him, taking away all this dark energy and hitting Dendis in the back of the head. Blood splattering both Annika and Tranquility.
And Ebenir, who's right next to you.
And Ebenir. But for just a split second, his horrible cold blue eyes have softened back to a very old, original blue that he had. And he just is almost as shocked as you guys are. And that's about where we are.
Maybe I will open this map just for reference of everything that's going on.
That's a lot different than last time.
Yeah, well, like I said,
kill a guy.
Last time the combat was fucking over. I don't know.
We were wrapping up. I kind of caught him off guard.
Yeah. You know, it was like getting off work. It's like, okay, I'm gonna take my work pants off. I'm gonna relax. And, oh shit, man!
So, Ebenir kind of like stares slack-jawed for a second, looks at the body, then looks at Tranquility, and without even a thought, casts Hold Person on Tranquility.
All right, roll that Wisdom save on him. And then roll Wild Magic, because... So Tranquility suddenly just locks up.
Oop, sorry, that's not what I wanted to do.
Yeah, wrong one.
Oh.
Wrong button.
We need to keep that one, though, just for... Okay.
Nothing happens.
So, like, you know, the kind of transparent, weird tentacle emerges from the ground and wraps around Tranquility's body, just holding him in place. And Ebenir is just standing there holding the stamp at him.
Annika takes a moment longer to react, and she again is also slack-jawed. Like, just she stares for a moment, and then another moment. She's at the top
ogre,
of this, like.
As you do that, the ogre looks up. Why'd you kill Dendis? What did he do?
You fucking Rick. God damn it. Annika just pelts it down this incline, like, drops to her knees next to Dennis. Like, there's a moment where she's like, maybe I can heal. Oh no, he's missing most of his head. And she just like, let's just chuck it there, doesn't matter. Gets up, grabbing her thunder cannon by the barrel and just swings it at Tranquility's face. And like leaps at him and just starts hitting him with like
you knock him unconscious with the
elbows.
first hit. There is no way for him to defend against that.
And just like he falls to the floor. She is on top of him, just physically pummeling him, even though it's probably hurting her more than him.
It is.
Ow.
Yeah,
Your gloves are stopping you from your
Just-
knuckles from like breaking open, but like it hurts. You are bruising your fist with each punch.
Punching him out.
And-
Punching him
and-
out, man, doesn't help.
Emidir is like, he's still dumbfounded for a second. He says, stop! Annika, stop!
she like takes a moment. She's just keeps going for a second. Just smacks him across the face a couple more times. Stops, looks back to Ebonir, and there's like half a second of like mind catching up with body, and then she stands up, grabs her gun, takes a step back, pops another shell in, and like fumbles with it, drops it, grabs another one, shoves it in, and just aims it at Tranquility's head. You can see that her arms are shaking, like she's not steady in her aim at all, but she's just aiming it down.
Ebonir drops hold person on Tranquility since there's no effect,
Yeah.
and now casts hold person on Annika.
Okay. You're gonna fireball yourselves and just kill the party here.
Oh my God.
Annika's not taking damage. She's fine.
Oh yeah, she shrugs it off.
No, fuck you! He dies here!
Can I grab her from behind since I'm standing right there?
Yes. Oh, roll a d10.
I wrestle her from behind.
You shrink
and roll
by
miserably.
5 inches. You are now 5'1".
Not the time for ridiculous shit to be happening. I love it.
God damn it! What happened?
I rolled terrible in
what?
athletics.
Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. But just
So Annika's still aiming. She feels this like tug, and she like shrugs her shoulders, gets it off her, aims down again. Creep grabs at her, and she like just takes the butt of the gun and shoves it into his gut and aims again. And it's just like, we made a promise, right? If this shit kept happening, we said this is what we're gonna do. We can't just we can't.
Annika,
Okay,
Annika. Ow.
my clothes don't fit. And then Ebonir at this point stops and looks up at the ogre who's still standing there and goes, "We're having a very bad day. I would suggest you run right now before I turn my rage and frustration on you."
Fair.
I'm saying that to the ogre.
Oh, it was just a job, man. Don't
Run!
Run!
Run away, Simba.
He starts hobbling over, steps over Toshli, and is gone.
like, look, I don't mean to interrupt this very important moment, just awkwardly kind of.
Right. I don't necessarily disagree with you, Annika, but perhaps we should wait to act first. Does anyone have any health potions? Toshli is still on the ground.
And I got you guys to use both of those big ones, didn't I?
I have one left. I have one big one left.
So, sorry, were you going to say something, Jolt?
Yeah, he also says, plus, you saw his eyes. I think he's possessed, not changed.
That's the thing, though. We saw all of us in that mirror, right? Everyone had. What if it's like prophetic or something? What if what if there's no stopping it? I don't know if it's possession or what, but this is like the second time this has happened, and this person wasn't even this person never did anything.
I'm not saying that we allow him to act freely. He has to be under watch. But perhaps we can remove whatever curse this is. He's clearly different. After all, you don't see me going around devouring the flesh of children.
Yet.
So Annika is still like, she's not great on the game, let's be honest. But this is quite clearly like you can see the gun barrel like shifting about because of how much she's not steady hands at all. And she holds it like, if you're looking closely, you can see her finger start to like squeeze the trigger, and then she lets go, drops her gun, like throws it to the ground, lets out like some horrible curses in Goblin, like paces off sort of 5-10 feet away, like clenches her hands into fists. Someone disappears. Goodbye, Jolt.
God damn it, Joel.
There we go.
She like clenches her hands into fists and like tenses up a moment, takes a shaky breath, and like goes like over to where scoots around like creep to where Toshli is, drops to her knees again, puts her hand on him, and mutters a little incantation as she casts Cure Wounds. And then just kind of sits there, like, kneeling down, like, just looking into the sand at the middle distance.
Wow, that was good fight, everyone. That was really good.
I'm going to
Oh, why
scoot
still
over to where
going on the
Annika
ground?
was, and I'm going to kneel down and put a hand on Tranquility's chest, and I'm going to try to examine him. But
Rick,
also-
muted.
I was muted. Thought you were gonna try to cast Anime Dead on Dendis, because that would have been hilarious.
Oh my
No.
no.
Oh my god,
There
no.
would
no,
have
no.
been a
would've got you
fatality.
shot.
I am
That
a
would've got you
necromancer with very little like self-dignity, but I have enough self-respect for that.
I don't think that's self-respect. I think that's respect for someone else, dude. Fuck.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to assist Creep in his examination of Tranquility.
Yeah. No, I lay my hand on Tranquility's chest, and I'm going to be looking him over. But I'm also readying an action that if he tries anything, shocking grasp.
He is
Surprise,
unconscious.
motherfucker!
He is 100% unconscious,
Okay.
and will not wake up for a few hours.
Unless he'll do
Okay.
some shit, but...
I'll ask Ebonir, do you have detect magic?
No, it's not something that I know, unfortunately.
I see. Can we examine him for anything weird? Actually, wait, I have detect magic.
You can cast as a ritual, can't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast detect magic on him.
So the two hobgoblins, the ogre and the goblin that you had that were left alive left. Aldrin sits down at the top and is kind of like clutching some of his wounds. Seems kind of uncomfortable, but also not really interacting with this. Verolian herself is tending to her own wounds. So you want to look him over? Give me a medicine check.
I'm assisting him, so you actually hit
Do it with advantage
and
Okay.
+2.
and +2
Right.
Why is medicine a wisdom skill?
because it is wisdom.
Right, you're not seeing if you know my body, you're seeing what's wrong with my body.
I am not great at this.
+2 on top of whatever your
No,
normal bonus is.
my proficiency bonus. My proficiency bonus is 3 actually, so
So
3.
20.
Yeah.
So looking over him, you find lots of nicks and scratches. You don't find anything that could explain his behavior. He doesn't have like a cracked skull plate. He doesn't have like a poisonous growth on his ass. There's no physical signs of
Alright.
of why he's doing this.
Let's try a more spiritual then. I'm gonna use detect
Oh.
magic and see if anything is currently responsible for this.
Got the ring, I got the
Alright.
staff, I got the... All my magic shit glows, I guess, but... The rest is up to you.
So, you spend some time. What is everyone else doing during these 10 minutes? Or you're just gonna wait around?
Oh, I'm helping him.
Okay.
No, Tasha is just so we need. Why is Trinkota down? Huh? What's going
Something
on?
wrong with it.
Something took control of him. We're trying to figure it out.
We don't know something took control of him though. All we know is that his eyes changed. Anything could cause that. Could be any kind of magical effect.
Perhaps he is a skin changer of some sort. No. Probably would have seen through that by now. Verolian
nature, I don't-
sits down and starts to like she's got a ton of like open wounds on her arms, and is they don't seem to want to stop bleeding. She starts taking some of her clothes and wrapping them around her wounds.
Frolian, do you need medical assistance?
She looks down at you like I suppose.
Here, drink this, and it's just he takes out a healing draft, and it's clear liquid, but it's the saltiest, just the saltiest water.
She like takes it and are you healing?
Yeah, doesn't it cleanse? Doesn't it clean?
She
Do you
like-
feel better
Yeah.
inside?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
And then the wounds on her arms start to heal up.
Close.
Yeah. Oh.
Ebonir
Oh.
notices that Aldrin is just sort of doing nothing and says, Aldrin, why don't you make yourself useful? Examine the Zarian Rock's body, see if there's anything of use on it.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. He gets up, still kind of clutching his side, and then starts moving and goes from a limp to a stride. Gets over to the other side. I keep dragging the map on accident. And then I grabbed Aldrin's sheet for some reason. Oh yeah, he goes over and inspects. Zarian Rock's body is just a mess. He had so many wounds from this battle. His like abdomen was exploded by Annika's shot. Fuck Toy Fam. So did you guys chill tranquility yet?
Yes.
Okay. So Creep, you cast Detect Magic.
I-
I'm gonna have to have you make an Arcana check.
Okay, this I can do. And I'm getting help by Ebonir, right?
This one you cannot do with help. This is
Okay.
trying to expand your Detect Magic because this isn't something that is easily seen.
Alright. Yes!
22 is pretty good.
Anyone else needs a little pick me up? I got bandages.
So
I got
he definitely has enchantment magic on him. Very subtle and centered around his brain. You can just barely see it past the wood and metal of his skin.
Can I identify the spell based off of the enchantment?
You're not with Detect Magic. It is not a spell.
Alright.
It is something different, and it's unlike anything you've ever encountered before in your own personal experience.
Alright, in that case, he holds his hand over his head, feeling this, as a disturbed look suddenly crosses Creep's face. He opens his eyes and looks up.
Oh
and
wait,
says,
I just realized something.
Oh.
He's got the ring of mind chilling on and it doesn't work. No,
Uh,
he doesn't.
if you have at least one hit point, never mind.
Mhm.
So yeah, he's still.
I need one.
So he kind of has a disturbed look before opening his eyes and looking up and says, "Enchantment magic. I wouldn't even have noticed this if I wasn't looking carefully.
Annika.
It's focused on his brain."
Annika.
Annika's like around a corner, like she's zoned out. She's
Alright.
like in the smallest like bit of rock she can find, just like sitting down, like
This is my hole. It was
Yeah.
made for me.
Okay. Let's think through this problem. We're in the middle of a desert. We've got to get back. We're in no condition to go forward, obviously.
We need
This... Yes?
We need someone who is good at dealing with ethereal. We need something as good as dealing with. I guess this would be a curse. I don't know.
Well,
It's enchantment magic. That's all it is.
Well, let
But-
us go back to Malakat if there's going to be any resources there. Tell you what. Why don't you and Torshley take care of tying him up? I am going to reach out to Lady Dolores via the Sending Stone. Maybe she can help. And then why don't we all collect our things and collect whatever we can from this rabble that we've defeated and return to Malakat with our spoils, and we can deal with tranquility there.
Before we do that, anyone needs any more taken care of?
Creep, you probably could use a little bit of a pick-me-up.
Oh, yes, that's right. I am missing part of my arm, aren't I?
Yes, I can see through your elbow. It's very disturbing.
I take out like a little healing draft that's got like some skeleton, some little bones inside.
That's,
Like a
Torshley, that's creepy for you. What is that?
it's especially made for creep. That was the joke I was going for. God damn it.
Oh, why is everyone losing connection?
Oh,
Oh,
I don't know. I love connection.
Oh, no.
I'm good on my end.
I'm still here.
Okay.
It didn't say I lost connection.
It says Orion and Stone lost connection.
Really?
Yeah, look in
Yeah.
the chat. It says connection lost.
Rip.
I mean, I'm still moving stuff.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
It's
It's
not
only on
registering.
like local.
All right. You want me to
Um,
quit and rejoin? Oh, there I
Yeah,
go. No,
reconnected. There you
that's
go.
just okay.
I am here.
Strange issues.
Who-
Don't worry about it.
Who has rope? Who has rope?
Creep
I'm-
has it on his body, or no?
Yeah,
Tranquility
I
has
pull
it.
out a rope. Also,
Right?
I'm gonna pull out my brazier and I'm gonna put it on the ground and I'm gonna start casting ritual find familiar.
It's a
Uh,
brazier. A brazier is a type of
But-
bra.
Oh,
Don't worry,
brazier,
I did
then.
it too for years.
okay, okay.
Torshley, why don't you tie up? Would you mind tying up Tranquility? Apparently, Creep has to summon something. I'm gonna go talk to Lady D.
Creep nods, says, "Sorry, it's
You're
just-
muted, sir. You're moving your mouth and saying nothing, Torshley.
Oh,
There you
What?
go. Now you're talking.
sorry. It's
I-
I was
I'm
talking in
what?
my brain.
And what is what?
Creep will just mention that he's working on a failsafe in case he gets out of hand again. That way, we don't have to risk too much."
Ebonir will pull out the sending stone to Lady Dolores and will send the following message. Tranquility has been enchanted by something in his head. We're at Malakat. Would appreciate any assistance if possible. Please help.
You receive an immediate reply. You're at Mellow Cat. That's good. I'm sorry I haven't been in contact. Stay there for the next few days. I have someone coming to you. And then it cuts out.
Oh,
He didn't seem
She's-
to answer about Tranquility. You caught her while she was in the presence of her sending stone for once.
well, she's coming to Malakat in a couple of days. Ebony returns. Let us all gather our things and return, and we can rest, and we'll tie up Tranquility.
Uh, Anybody? Nobody?
I will go get Annika.
No, yeah, like about this point, like Annika returns, like she's sort of muted and not really saying anything. Not because she's forgotten to put her mic back on, but
Annika, it is most likely that Tranquility is under some sort of enchantment. This is not him himself. If Lady Dolores is coming to Malakat in a couple of days, if we return, she might be able to help us.
We
are
definitely.
we
found-
sure? Are we sure it's not him?
Yes. There's a very subtle, but it's an enchantment that seems to be overtaking his brain.
Do you remember the image we all saw of him with the marionette?
Yeah, there was that thing above him.
I'm going to guess that whatever's cast that enchantment was that thing. in that image we saw.
We need to keep him tied up, right?
Yes, as you can see, Toshli is doing it right now.
Roll me an
And I'm preparing a
intelligence sleight of hand
failsafe.
check.
I am still reconnecting. Sorry, guys.
Oh, okay.
There's just like
it says
like
it says you're connected, or is it?
There's a
loading?
horrible, like-
on my hand, it says Fantasy Ground is not responding.
I'm just imagining Toshli ties me up. I'm all fucking hogtied. There's a big bow on my back. So
Oh, yeah,
Intelligence sleight of hand. You got a 20 total.
Oh,
So
good.
he is pretty well tied up, although he is a monk. So there is you could slip out with a little
Actually,
bit of
I think I use a Rick. I use a level 2 spell slot to arcane lock the rope.
I'm not sure if that could work. Oh, you don't have. You need 25 GP worth of gold dust, not the wrestler. But, yeah.
Damn it! I need to buy some gold dust.
Shall we? Can we search the? Oh, yes. Sorry.
I'm just. What if he does it again? Like, there was no threat to him there. He seems to just when he fights, he loses himself or something. I don't know what's going on.
Well, let us at least try to remove the enchantment. If it doesn't work, then we do what we have to.
Yeah, but what do we do with him if we get into a fight before then? I mean, we didn't even know he was enchanted. It must be pretty powerful. How can we be sure he's not going to hurt someone else?
We
I don't think we
let him out
can.
of-
But he's tied up.
Our best hopes is that we don't allow him free reign like we have been, and we keep him under a watchful eye and key until we are capable of reversing whatever this is.
Okay.
We'll save many more lives that way.
Yeah. Annika's gonna go over to Endis's body and like give him a quick search.
He's dead. He doesn't have much on him. They seem to have all packed light. Any of his other belongings are probably back at Sarian Rock's camp.
Fair.
I walk over, or actually, once this ritual's done, of course.
Yeah. So you can burn the bug incense that you have. You've got 21 blocks. You can burn 10 of those.
Okay.
So it's a lot more smoke than is usual for this type of ritual. Just billowing up, like Creep just like comes out of the ritual covered in smoke from like his waist up. And in his hands,
just
a
big bug
creature
incense.
not seen in a while. If I can find the combat tracker and find... What was he called?
Fang,
Fang.
wasn't it?
Fang.
Yeah.
Fang.
Oh,
There
geez,
he
Fang.
is.
I gently scritch Fang under the chin and say, "I'm sorry for keeping you gone so long. You just kept getting incinerated."
It's been a month, asshole. What the shit?
I felt bad that you kept getting incinerated, so I left you gone for
Yeah.
a while.
That is.
Oh.
He did. Oh man.
Yeah, it
But-
was like the boat was last time Fang appeared, right? Before then. It was at some point early on in the jungle.
But he says, I have a new task for you, friend. As I kneel down to Tranquility, and I allow Fang to crawl onto him and hide within his belongings.
All right. Sure. Yeah. So Fang is now
Yeah.
in Tranquility's bag.
Can you open the map for me?
Map?
What-
Well,
The map.
we're gonna exit this map in a bit.
Never mind. Can you open the map and then
And-
close it? I want to be equal. No, I'm kidding.
And then I have one final thing to do, and that is I want to walk over to Dennis. It's not going to be what you guys think. I am going to, I believe I can not cast this as a ritual. Is this prepared? Is this prepared? It isn't. I'm sorry. I was going to cast Gentle Repose on Dennis to try and maintain his body so it can be resurrected later. Unfortunately, Gentle Repose is not prepared.
Aldrin, have you finished searching the bodies?
Aldrin carefully makes his way down the side of the cliff into the ravine. He's got a bag next to him, which he hands over to you. I found some gold, and I'm pretty sure that this glaive of Zarian rocks was magical. And he's got the giant's big glaive, which seems to have resized to be properly usable for a medium creature.
I mean, if anything else, they probably saw it kind of reacted the same way that Tranquility's warning staff does.
Yeah. He's also got the add-up feature to automatically identify magic weapons.
Right.
It is a glaive of warning.
Well,
which
we
is
can,
in the party sheet.
I will. I've got some room in my. Actually, I don't think I can carry it. Does anyone want to carry this back? Aldrin, can you just carry it back?
Aldrin nods. Scratching at his side once again.
Right. I think that's it. Should we head back to Petikwi and then get back to Melakat?
How are we gonna carry Tranquility? Yeah.
Do we have any zombies left?
No.
I can make some.
I'm pretty. You could. God damn it. Yes, you could make some.
Yeah.
How?
If we rest here, which I think we all need to, in the morning I could have some zombies up to move us.
Well, we should get
Let's
back
not
to
wait
camp.
till morning. We need to get back. It's like a day's
Yeah.
travel.
Yeah.
Actually, the fight only took like a minute and a half or something.
It took way
We've been
longer
just
than
sitting-
most combats.
Yeah, like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and we've just been sitting here for like 30 minutes. It's still fucking early in the day, guys.
Yeah,
But we've got a day and a bit's worth of travel before we get back.
What are we gonna do when Tranquility wakes up?
Look, Creep, you and me will hoist Tranquility and we'll walk back. When Tranquility wakes up, we'll just have him in the cart and we'll explain to him that he either cooperates or we have to end him.
How? Oh, okay.
I guess you better be prepared to die.
Did you, I'm sorry, Toshley, I always forget. You were asleep during that bit, weren't you?
Asleep? Dying?
Right, dying. Sorry.
Same.
You were dying.
Yeah. Yes.
Tranquility killed our ally for no particular reason.
What? But why?
He's got something
That
on him.
we
like
don't
an
know.
enchantment or
That's
something.
part of the problem.
Wait, so he's an ally? I saw him shooting at Annika.
No,
He's a
he
te-
was
he's a-
missing us on purpose. I said I had a contact, okay?
Oh, so he killed your contact.
Yes.
Huh. That's bad.
Can we just get
Yes.
moving?
You've got it. It is bad. Yes, Toshley, you've got it. Good job.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm overly excited that he got something.
All right.
Shall we continue
really quick,
on?
Evan-
Annika like
Annika-
shoulders her bag and heart, sits down off down the canyon.
Evanir and
Yeah.
Annika, you guys get inspiration.
All right.
Hey.
So I guess we head back.
All right. You head back to the end of this ravine where Petikwi and his group are waiting. He is basically just like oh, you want a drink? Just take the decanter at endless water. Just glug 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 glug. Glug, 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 glug. Feed my children. Drink up. But no, really, you get back there and it's like, oh, what is all this then? you are you saying you did not have? I do not know. I speak with this accent now. Oh no! Are you saying what happened to the Warforged? Do not have enough healing to bring him up?
He's
Had
He's
to-
unfortunately
had to bind him and drag him back.
he's rather he's under an
Look,
enchantment of sorts.
We pay you to be our guide, not to get in on all the information that we've got. All right. So how about you just lead us back and shut the fuck up?
I do that for free. But yeah,
As
as you wish, irritable little green one.
Creep and I haul Tranquility over to the cart and throw him in the cart.
Yeah, he
Clang! Ow.
yeah, the thwump. All right,
Shall we head back? Fast pace.
fast pace.
Fast
I
pace.
guess Annika's dragging her feet. She's going to be like at the back of the party.
So it is another hot day. And during this day, don't run into anything. Lucky you.
Thank God. Thank the sovereigns.
Thanks to Silver Flame.
Get that shit out of here. So what are you guys doing for... You guys still have water to get back, I believe.
Yeah.
We filled like 20 water skins or something stupid.
So
Each of you needs 4 a day. So
Evan
4
is-
hours
go
is
ahead.
4 hours is the day gets into the hottest part. Tranquility wakes up as you guys peek over a dune and start heading down, the cart rumbling underneath him.
Oh dear.
I think he's awake. Who wants to talk to him?
Annika like steps up to the back of the car and like hops onto the back.
Gonna knock him out again?
Honk!
Like, I think it's staff. Really? No?
No.
No.
Okay.
Tranquility. Oi! And just smacks him.
Yeah.
Do you remember what happened?
Yeah.
All of it.
It's slowly coming back to me.
What was the last thing you remember?
You threw something at my head. I killed him. I killed him.
Do you know why you did it?
Something. I thought maybe he might be dangerous, and I said maybe I should stop him, but I didn't want to kill him. I didn't want to kill him.
There's something wrong with you. Until we can figure out what it is and how to get rid of it, you can't be on your own, and we're gonna have to keep you under guard.
Yeah. Okay.
Tranquility. What have you done? When did this happen?
I need to think on it. I don't remember. It's all.
Was it in
fuzzy.
Shan? Was it in the jungle? Like, when did you start? Does it have something to do with you, like, sleeping? Is that it?
Maybe. Yes. I think. Yeah. Yes. I think it's back in Sean when I meet and I'm gone. I think it was back in Sean. Yes.
That when we were in that corridor with all the mirrors, I don't know if you noticed it, but we did. There was something above you. We couldn't see what it was. Like it wasn't something we could describe, but there was something. Do you know what that is? Do you know anything about that?
My memories are coming back. Yes, I remember. The temple, the giant that I. Oh God, the giant. I kind of like looked down at the belt. They all said it. They all said what it was. Quarry.
What,
A
quarry? Wait, that's what that thing was?
It has something to do with that. They said I brought a quarry in. It was in Giants. No one else knew it, but I knew, and made sure I didn't say it. or I didn't want to say it because I don't remember. But it
And
did
you're-
this. It made me want to do this.
Guys, check the Fantasy Grounds chat, you freaks.
Oh,
No.
I saw him talking a creep. I didn't see it. Me.
I did not see that. I am sorry.
So this thing, it's a quarry that's related to them somehow, and you've somehow connected with it. But what?
Back in Sean, after what happened to oh god, I forgot his name. Shit. After the incident in the underbelly, I met someone and they made me sleep. I haven't slept in a few days, and I think when I sleep, that's how it connects to me.
But it made you do things when you were awake too. I mean, the dragon, and now this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm remembering. At least if I've always remembered, I'm now understanding what I've done. It's like I didn't care before.
But you care now.
Sorry. It's not what I wanted. It's
Just
not what
tell
I
me that you
wanted.
care now.
I do care. I'm sorry.
We're gonna solve it, right? We're gonna find whatever's up with you, and we're gonna fix it.
Okay. I'll sit here for now. Just.
We're gonna figure out what we're gonna do. All right? It might just be that we have to keep a closer eye on you. It might be. We'll figure it out either way. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Just rest for now, yeah.
Yeah.
And Annika like hops off the cart and like resumes walking with the rest.
Ugh.
All right. Anyone else doing anything? Sorry. Does anyone else do anything during this day trip?
This is gonna be a little awkward, but I'm gonna have a conversation with Aldrin. It's gonna be very one way.
Okay.
So Ebenezer kind of, as we're walking along, he kind of like walks sort of like next to Aldrin. And Aldrin's very, like, I guess they're both very quiet for a moment, and then Ebenezer
Aldrin
says,
looks extremely tired. He's barely keeping up. Like he's like almost behind Annika most of the trip.
Aldrin, look, God, are you okay? You don't seem to be keeping up pace.
That battle took a lot out of me. I'll be fine once I rest, I think.
Okay. Well, I've been thinking a lot about everything, and I realized that of all the things that are going on in this group, you keeping the fact that you're a shape changer for me is not even by far the worst. I guess I'm still a little mad, but I need you as a friend, Aldrin. We're going to deal with all the things that are going on around us. You and I are going to need to stick together. So I'm sorry if I reacted poorly.
Of course. Even though I kept this from you, we've been friends for more years than I can count on my fingers.
Yes. So, look, I won't bother you anymore. You're obviously
we joined in this together. I will see it through.
Okay. Good. Now, keep up, all right?
He nods, and as you turn away, he once again begins to scratch at his side.
God, you guys, I can't stop smiling with all those comments.
What's happening? I want to know.
This is I won't let go, Jack.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what I do.
All right. Anyone else?
Yeah, sort of after the conversation with Tranquility is done, and I imagine this conversation with Aldrin and Ebony has gone. Annika's gonna like catch up with Ebony and just give a like sort of nudge him to get his attention.
What? Yes.
Okay, I spoke with Tranquility. He knows there's something up with him, and it was back in Shan. After we were in the lower levels and we had that whole problem with the Mouther and
Yes.
all that, and he met someone down there.
Oh right. That's when he first started dreaming, right?
Yeah, it's something to do with that. I don't know what, but that's it. I think we need to keep him from sleeping, because I think he said he thinks that's when it, links with him, communicates with him. I don't know. I don't even know what it is. He said he thinks it's a quarry.
Oh god, the thing the creep was talking about before.
He said
No.
the giants we've met have noticed it.
All right. Well, the good news is that at least we now know what's going on, right? And we're not in the dark, so to speak.
Yeah. I said we're going to have to keep an eye on him. I think we should try and keep him from actively going to sleep. He said he hasn't done it in a few days, so maybe that'll help, but
Okay.
apparently not.
Well, we can keep him up at watch. Just,
Yeah.
Don't let him sleep.
Yeah,
I mean, to be
don't
fair,
give him
I
a
am
watch
a
shift.
board, so
Yeah.
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 Don't give him a watch shift. Make sure someone's got eyes on him at all time. Make sure he stays awake. I think we should keep his arms bound when we don't need him to be fighting.
That seems safe. Yes.
You held him in place as well, right?
No, the hold spell is over. I mean, I could.
No. I mean, yeah. When we are done fighting,
Yes.
you need to do that, because he said he thought that guy whose name I've instantly forgotten, who I should really remember by this point.
Dendis Zeraku.
Dendis. It's the first. I know this surname. Yeah, he said that he thought Dendis, the goblin, he thought he was a threat.
Okay.
I think he's having problems with how he perceives things. Like, his eyes change, right? So his viewpoint is not right. So we can't trust him to do what he should.
Okay.
We can't trust
So
him to stand down when we need to. So you need to be ready to do that at any point.
yes. The next. I mean, I'm a bit out of energy right now, but the next combat, I will make sure to hold back just enough to hold him in place at the end of it.
Yeah. I mean, ideally, we need a magical way of restraining him, because ropes probably wouldn't cut it if he was really trying. But I don't know what we've got. I'll see when we get back to Melicat.
Right. Well, hopefully Lady Dolores will be able to help us with that. She is going to arrive within a couple days, she said.
Wait, she's coming?
Yes, Oh, did you not catch that? I sent a message to her telling her that Tranquility was in trouble and that we were at Melicat. And she responded, "Good, I'm coming to Melicat. I'll be there in a couple of days. Stay put." So she'll be there.
That's good then. She might be able to help.
Yes.
Lady,
Maybe she could fix my skin too.
like Tosley here, like from the other side of the way we're walking, like overhears the conversation. Lady Laura's coming. Lady Didi is coming.
Did you not catch that when I came back from the Sending Stone and said Lady Dolores is coming to Melicat?
Sorry, I was a bit distracted. Tying up Tranquility.
Oh, right. That took all of
They-
your focus.
They
Good job.
you told me
Good
to.
Right. Good job. Very good job. Lots of focus. That's what we want when you tie people up. Is focus. Yes.
Are you
Lady Dolores is
being-
coming back.
Being nice or not nice? I can't really tell right now.
I am being nice.
Okay.
I promise. I promise. Creep, am I being nice?
Yes, you are.
Thank you.
Okay. I trust you.
Oh, good.
Is Lady Laura's coming?
Is
Lady
it?
Didi?
Is it good?
I have
Is it
heard
really?
I have heard his mean side. His teacher instincts sting like a student who has done wrong.
I'm not a student. Anyways, that doesn't matter. So, Lady Didi's coming.
Yes, she'll be here in a couple of days in Millicat.
That's good. And we can just leave, right?
No, but we'll talk with her and we'll go through what we've got to do.
Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good.
Once we have this solved, though, we should have a straight shot to where we must be. We don't have anyone to compete with anymore out here.
I mean,
True.
it's still a desert.
She has
We also have to get that item that you guys
No.
promised.
Oh, the
Oh
spear.
shit! Yeah.
Yes.
Forgot.
Lady.
Yes.
Lady
And
Didi.
you
is,
were going to build something, right?
Yeah.
Nigel. We're gonna rebuild
Yeah.
Nigel.
Yeah, why don't we focus on that, getting back home, and then we'll plan our next move from there.
No. What else?
Well, back to Melicat, I'm sorry.
Is,
It's not really home.
Lady Didi. I don't
Yes?
know. I don't know how much you guys know of her because we don't exactly talk. But she has a private plane. She has a private airship.
What's a plane?
Sorry, a private airship.
Wait, she has a demi-plane all to herself?
I mean,
Yes.
probably.
That is
Oh.
rich. That is very, very rich.
She's wealthy. If she coming in a couple of days, can we just ask her, hey, can we borrow your airship to do the mission you told us to?
Well, I mean, the last airship we were on crashed and then crashed again.
Yeah, but ours is probably
Let-
better.
Let's
I-
not
I-
mention
I-
that part.
Yeah, she does need to know details.
Yes, I agree on that one.
It's... I'm really tired of walking. It's been a
Tough
long
shit.
journey.
His feet are quite, or his legs are quite short.
We've got.
I know what you
days
mean.
worth of desert left. Why are there even deserts? I mean,
I
what the
don't
hell
know.
is all this sand?
What?
But
Why
Annika
deserts?
is-
Local goblin asks. Why?
It's
Why
not even local
this?
goblin. It's a goblin who has lived her entire life in a city, and then was introduced to
But-
jungle. The fuck's that? Desert. The fuck's that?
By the way, how tall is Annika?
A little over 3 feet. Probably not tall enough to notice. Yeah, 3'1", so like
Oh,
even
okay.
6 inches is.
Yeah. Okay. 5
Creep just
inches.
looks- Creep just
Was
looks over
it
at
5
Annika.
inches? Oh, fair.
I lost
What?
5 inches.
Creep just looks over at Annika
Creep,
and
Creep
just says,
does tower over you even more than he did before. Like your eyes are almost with like the his chest, like the bottom of his chest now. It did
Hey,
shrink
should we
your
go
clothes
on?
with you, thankfully.
Oh, it did shrink my clothes.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we hurry on and get out of this damn desert?
Yes, please.
Melicat is still in the desert.
We'll get to Melicat. It's less desert.
Okay.
Tense.
So
Tense.
you guys
That's-
arrive in the evening as the
Does it
sun. What? Dimmy? What?
He's muted again.
I said it was desert light.
No,
It
it
desert
is.
light, yeah.
It's still a desert.
No, after you get to the desert, you get to the dessert, which is what Malakat is.
Yeah.
Because that comes after.
I'll have some diet desert, if you would.
Awful.
So you guys arrive at Melicat as the sun begins to set beneath the west horizon.
Yeah. Traditional sunset
a
place.
a wind is blowing in from the east, causing the tents to ripple. As you come in, even Golob has retired as it is. The temperature is quickly dropping. It took you pretty much
Took
the
us all
entire
day.
day to get here. Tranquility's still tied up, although he's getting a little antsy. Kind of not understanding anymore why he's tied up like this. Why do they have to tie him up? That's unfair. But he's still
like fully healed now, so you know.
yeah, he still is in control enough. So yeah, you guys arrive back in town. You're greeted by a few people who recognize you, people that you've bought a few goods from. Not Kabalob, not Brock, but just random passersby.
Do we? Sorry if this is a bit macabre or tired. Do we just get his camp now? He's kind of dead.
His camp's out of town.
We can go tomorrow.
Yeah, we can go tomorrow. But let's not go tonight.
If you want to go tonight, fucking go. There were like some orcs that weren't part of the fight. They might come back and take some stuff. The ogre might have taken some stuff. We don't know. Have a check if you want.
I think I might do that.
All right, you go. Oh God, I'm not up for this. Look, I'll watch Tranquility. And anyone who wants to go with Torsley can go with Torsley. But
Well-
I'm.
Tranquility and Creep are sharing a tent, right?
No.
Oh, who's Tranquility in with then?
Yes.
I thought it was.
No.
I thought it was the Warforged
Yeah,
and zombies.
yeah,
Yeah, I thought
I think-
Warforged zombies. Yeah, because
No,
we
I thought
can't
it was.
smell them.
Oh no, it's my bad. You're right. No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's because we can't smell them. They can.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So Creep,
Yes.
when you need to like, no, you know what's going on even when you're like recuperating, right?
Yes, I'm
Right.
aware.
We can't shut down. The last time he left someone with shadow powers alone, he let them escape. Right? Shut up.
He stares at Tranquility and just says, I am more experienced scholar this time. I will not allow that to happen.
God, that was like 30 sessions ago.
Yeah. Creep, keep an eye on him. If he is going to sleep, you need to wake him up. Hit him. I don't give a shit. Do not let him.
Sleep. Don't
Yeah,
be laid
sleep
down.
properly.
I
He's
take the. I will. I held my hand out to Tranquility and said, "Hand me the staff of the ad." I
He
can't
can't
use
hand
the
you
sleep-
shit. He's got his arms tied.
Oh right. I take the staff of the adder and say, I can't snake him, but I can it, and I'm probably going to need to because he's a lot tougher than me.
Make a lot of noise if you need to. We will come.
Got it. You will hear the sound of metal clanking when I hit him with this if something happens.
I could probably just drop silence and shut up.
Okay, in that case, I
Jimmy
cast
says
alarm.
revealing his plan.
I ritual cast alarm around the camp. There.
There-
You can
There's not
also
re-
you could
there's-
also
there's
just
not a
counter
camp,
spell
like,
as silent.
It's like all the connected tents that make up these
Right,
the tavern / inn
Um,
tent.
Yeah. So
What a
I just
ridiculous
ritual cast.
construction.
I will ritual cast alarm and say, there, now if we drop silence, you'll all telepathically hear an alarm.
That's not how alarm works.
I thought it was.
It's
No.
it's if someone like breaks the area, right?
Oh,
So you
I
could
know.
cast it on your tent, and then if he leaves the tent, there'll be a loud alarm in
Yes,
our
okay.
heads.
Okay, I'll do that, yeah.
Okay.
So, there.
So you're staying in camp?
Yeah, I'm not going out tonight.
Let's do it in the
Anymore.
morning, Torsley. It's not a priority, and please.
Alright. No. You guys can say.
He,
Annika's gone like she's pretty much immediately goodbye, Stone.
goodbye,
Pretty much
sir.
immediately. It's whenever
Yours-
I'm speaking.
yours Tranquility.
Oh wait, was that Dimmy? That was Dimmy.
Well then.
Wow.
Hi, Dimmy.
Wow.
Okay. Last 2 times it was you, so I
Yeah,
just saw someone drop and was like, "Goodbye, Stone."
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, Annika's pretty much immediately going to her tent. She's not sticking around to talk to people. She's turning in for the night.
Alright.
How far away is the camp, by the way, Rick?
It's like an hour's
Hour.
walk. It'll be the dead of night by the time you get there.
Okay.
Ebonir goes to sleep. He's exhausted, and he knows. And he's helping Aldrin because Aldrin seems like really
Yeah,
wounded.
Aldrin.
Goodbye, Trista.
What? Bye,
Mister
Tristan.
turned off his camera.
JT Bar Jr. says, fun fact, 24 or so sessions ago, one of y'all made a joke about it taking 20 sessions to get through the jungle, and sure enough, it did. Oh,
We were kidding!
Oh,
it would have taken
That was
longer
the
if
most-
not for things. My goodness.
lots of
Pop
things.
ones.
All right.
Totally worth it.
Creep
though.
Creep stands in front of Tranquility with the staff clenched in hand and his eyes go off.
You guys are just so you guys have gotten back in camp. Have Patikwi and them have gotten their axe beak strung up. Verolian has sat down to go down into her trance as Annika cries herself to sleep. Ebeneer lays down. Aldrin lays down. He just tucks himself into his bedroll on the cloth sheet that is the floor of the tent, and goes to sleep. Creep enters his downtime. No zombies to be had.
I will at some point do the maintenance mode or whatever we have to do, where we have to do our 4 hours of just.
Yeah, no, you're not like asleep though.
Roll a wisdom save.
And if I see him actually falling asleep, I will come out of my maintenance mode and whack him in the head.
Okay, you managed to stay awake. And so the lot of you fall asleep, except for in the night. In Ebeneer and Aldrin's tent, Aldrin stirs.
Oh boy!
Underneath his clothing, one of the wounds he received from the Chaos Beast begins to stir and squirm and change its shape. Blue tendrils and covered in razor sharp teeth and claws begin to emerge from it and spread over his body as he squirms in having some sort of nightmare caused by his discomfort. And as he wakes up, he is completely covered by them and cannot make a sound. As Ebeneer sleeps, his body becomes that doe-like, strange, amorphous form it had been turned into before, as he gets out of his bedroll and stands. Small slits appear all over his eyeless, mouthless, noseless, earless body, and then open, revealing his entire body is covered in eyes. And all of them turn toward Ebeneer's sleeping form and look to have a joyous look to them. Aldrin, or what's left of him, moves to Ebeneer and crouches next to him. Aldrin places both hands on Ebeneer's and then lowers his head, almost touching his forehead against him. He is not breathing, not saying anything. Don't even know if he's thinking. But as he touches what would be his forehead against Ebeneer's, the eyes on his body immediately disappear, and Ebeneer wakes up as Aldrin's entire form suddenly descends on him and wraps him like a shroud.
Ebeneer tries to let out a shriek. I don't know if he gets one out.
You try to breathe in and find there is nothing to breathe except for the amorphous, now liquid form of what was Aldrin. It begins to encapsulate you, spreads like sticky dough around your entire body. Your entire body feels like you're being stabbed on every square inch by 1,000 needles. And as you try to thrash, but Aldrin's, whatever strength he has in this form, is too much for you. Finally, as your mouth comes through, your screams wake everyone in the camp.
Creep immediately is up, grabs his book, and runs towards there.
Tranquility goes to throw himself up, realizes he's still kind of top.
Verolian gets Annika up immediately.
Well, Annika's up and has her gun and is going straight to Creep and Tranquility's tent.
Creep is emerging, looking toward Ebeneer's tent, where you can hear Ebeneer's blood-curdling screams.
Oh, and I go across to...
He is just filled with the most intense pain any mortal has ever felt. Or that's about the closest that it could be described.
if I see this, I immediately extend my hand forward. And
As you
kinda
open
got
up
full
his
hands.
tent, you see that he is covered in this strange white ooze, just like pure white, like a piece of paper. Like it's matte, even like it's not shiny. And
I
as
thought
it's
he was Aldrin.
covering,
Who's Matt?
as Ebonir screams, he gets choked as he's suffocating, being choked as the substance like encapsulates him entirely and becomes transparent and begins to lose mass. As it is absorbed into Ebonir's skin, down his throat, in his eyes and ears and nostrils. Creep, as you look down in horror, Ebonir's hair is bleached to be stark white. His brown eyes go completely black. His burned skin returns to its normal form, though deathly pale. And as Ebonir, as the pain begins to fade, you hear one last thought. I'm so sorry. And Ebonir passes out once again in his tent, as such. His hair white, the eyes beneath his eyelids black, and Aldrin nowhere to be seen, save for the clothing left in his bedroll.
So Annika's gonna run in, like
Creep.
past Creep, and like kneel down.
Yeah, Creep runs in too, as he's immediately going to check breathing, check pulse.
Yeah, Annika's gonna sort of go to Creep and just be like, "No, keep an eye out. If anything happens, you need to be the one to stop this. All right?"
I'm running low on magic, but I'll do what I can. Yes.
As you guys are going, like other people from the tent are coming. The owner, who I forgot the name of, I thought I gave him a name, but I forgot. Comes up as like Hartman. Yes. Oh, what's going on in here? What was that screaming?
I guess a monster slipped in here.
Is everyone all right?
We're fine. Just go.
All right, I suppose.
And Annika's gonna.
Not
I want
to
to
wake
detect
anyone
magic.
else up, I suppose.
Yeah, Annika's gonna detect magic to see if she can see sort of like, is there any lingering effect on Ebonir?
Ebonir is breathing heavily. He does have the very apparent lingering effects of whatever just happened. And as you cast Detect Magic, you can see that he is covered in an ever-shifting aura of transmutation magic. It is not too unlike Ebonir's own normal magic in its flow, but seems to be changing him from the inside out. Or the outside in, rather.
Shit.
Tossi's gonna arrive way later than expected.
Yeah.
And just go, I feel like I missed something again.
Aldrin's gone and like is in Ebonir or something.
You didn't see anything. Like you just know that Aldrin is not there.
Was I not there for the like? Okay.
Creep saw the final moments of this.
Oh right, okay. Rephrasing then. Aldrin's gone and Ebonir, like something's happened.
What do you mean something?
He's fucking look at him. His hair's gone white. Like I don't know what's gone on, but
It looks like Aldrin.
are you fucking blind?
No, but the eyes.
They're closed. He's fucking unconscious. What the?
He probably gets down and like opens his eyes and looks in. Let's be real here. This is Toshley.
Yeah.
I like stop poking him with his staff. Like something.
I don't know. Like he was screaming, and then when we got here, he was like this, and
How did you examine it? Did you?
He's got
Magic?
transmutation on him. I looked. I gave it a check.
All right, what happened? Okay, what
Maybe
happened? Is everything
because,
okay?
You stay the fuck there.
Hold up, and I cast Identify on him to see if it's a curse.
It is not a curse or a magical effect. And actually, as you cast it, you are sudden okay, you cast it and begin to cast on it. After the minute passes, Toshli is thrown out of the tent.
Taking fucking tranquility out with him.
And
Like, Toshli,
actually takes 9 psychic damage as he is just
Oh.
assaulted as he tries to identify whatever this is.
Do I get the biggest deja vu feeling ever?
No.
Because this had happened before.
It's similar but not the same.
Oh no, that's not normal. No, that's
Oh.
What the fuck happened?
I'd say take a look for yourself, but don't.
No, I'm not going to.
I tried just identify to see if it was a curse. It's like this.
Wait, you did? That was an identify? That's what caused you to fly away?
Yeah, that was a simple identify. I just want to see if it's a curse. It's like something doesn't want to be checked. Like it's.
Annika just kind of like sits down and like puts her head in her hands and just like tries not to hyperventilate for a while.
Okay, you're fucked up. You're fucked up. What the fuck's up? What the fuck?
I told you it was going to be horrific.
Oh god, fuck.
Okay, we've got right.
I actually feel
Creep,
really
keep an eye
bad
on-
about that.
Creep, keep an eye on Tranquility. Tranquility, go
don't.
back
That
to your
was
fucking
awesome.
pen.
I mean, I do. It was awesome, but I like. Oh, it's bittersweet for me.
So
Yeah.
I give a thumbs up and just kind of out of there.
Yeah,
God,
well,
you can still
Joel said
tell
he was gonna go check on you, so I
The
imagine.
ropes are left behind.
Like was able to do it this whole time.
I took 15 minutes doing that. That was 15 minutes. You could
Go check on him. I'm gonna.
You sure?
Annika wants to. Yeah, do it. Fuck it. Go. And Annika wants to.
and I infuse magic on Annika's spell. I infuse sanctuary on Annika's spell just in case. I don't know anymore. Now what the fuck's Tranquility?
Go check his tent. Creep was there.
That doesn't make
And
it any
Annika wants to conduct as detailed a physical like examination of like aside from the like surface changes. Does this still look like Ebonier? Like
Roll me an Arcana check, and this will take you an hour. Well, 30 minutes. Let's say 30 minutes.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. 22. So using your deduction and your detect magic and how you've seen them before, this does appear to be Ebonier, although that strange aura keeps changing. But it doesn't just remind you of him, it reminds you of Aldrin. And of something terrible that you have never encountered before personally. It is
Right.
like you don't dare to cast Identify on it, but whatever did that is way beyond what you've ever dealt with before.
Okay.
Like fighting a beholder is like a deep, like a dark feeling in the pit of your gut. This is like existential dread.
Yeah, when she's finally finished, Annika just kind of like sits back and like looks around for a moment as though there might be someone here to tell her what the fuck to do. But it's literally her and unconscious Ebonier, and she like scoots back to near where Aldrin's like bedroll is, and just kind of like like knees up to the chest, kind of like watches him for the rest of the night unless someone turns up.
As you do, Demaya, still in the bedroll, begins to sing a very mournful song, and Ebenir's eyes open. The pain is gone. Sorry, I lost Discord for a sec.
Just aiming at center mass. Also,
Sorry.
what the fuck?
One sec. I just oh boy. Oh good. Nobody look at whatever the hell just showed up on stream from my Discord. Yeah. Discord suddenly crashed. So whatever
Rip.
you saw, just ignore it. Ignore whatever you saw, please.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Okay, so Annika, as you scoot back up, Demaya begins to sing a very mournful song, and Ebenir's eyes open.
Yeah. And
Ebonir like pops up, like just like straight up, like chest.
Your entire
wide
body is
awake.
tingling. It feels like you have 1,000 worms squirming beneath your skin, although they're obviously not there. You have gained the Master of Forms blessing.
So does he still look like jerky then?
No, his skin has returned to normal, though it is pale.
Annika's like actually aiming like fucking down the barrel at Ebony at this point, which is like, Ebony,
What? Yes.
is that you?
Yes. I
You
think
feel
so.
a profound sadness that you can't really place. Like, you're not sure what's going on, you're kind of confused. But like you are, like, this is the feeling of depression.
Do I still remember the "I'm sorry" bit?
As you're waking up, you suddenly do remember that. And can feel a dark consciousness pulling at the back of your mind, and not too unfamiliar one. One with many, many eyes in darkness.
Oh. It's in me. Something is in me.
Yeah. Toshly tried to figure out what it was and got like physically blown out of the tent.
So Ebenir at this point like holds his left hand up with the three fingers. It kind of focuses on for a second, and we'll try and form two new fingers.
And they do. I just realized that Discord has been unloaded. There we go. My bad. Yeah, Discord just crashed and it caused problems. Anyway, there you go.
Ebenir are they good fingers or are they?
They are horribly burnt looking and kind of a bit too flexible.
You can like do that thing where you bend them back to your touch.
Yeah,
your wrist.
they like bend backwards all the way to touch the other side of the palm.
And as unfortunately, this won't regrow your fingers because that spell is a concentration spell.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Ebenir kind of looks at Annika for a second, and then unconsciously lets go of the concentration, and then the fingers, I guess, just melt away.
They melt. They turn white and just reform into your whole hand turns into like white dough, and the fingers that you had created merge back into your hand.
Where's Aldrin?
I don't know. He was gone when I came here.
Demaya continues to sing.
When I came in, Creep was at the door, and you were lying there. His eyes are still the same, aren't they?
Black.
They're black.
Yeah. Your eyes they're just black. And your skin, it's all pale. You look kind of like Aldrin did in the mirror. But as you.
Oh no.
Does this mean something to you?
I woke up and something was flowing into me. And when it flowed into me, it thought, or I felt it think, I'm sorry.
Aldrin's clothes are still here.
And Ebonir stands up kind of wobbly and then wanders over to Demaya and like grabs Demaya.
Annika's still like keeping the gun on Ebony, but like in a half-hearted, I need to be aiming this at you right now kind of way. Like she's not aiming down the barrel; it's just she's got it like in her lap, kind of following him with it.
I pick up Demaya. It is cold to the touch.
Is that
It still continues to sing.
is he gone?
He's not
Is that-
here.
It's
No,
it
talking.
it stops singing, and you just get a simple, well, not a simple reply. Yes. Well, mostly. I thought my creators were cruel. Creatures of madness are quite. Their cruelty exceeds even the limits of Kyber's children, it seems. For no reason other than that they can. No ends. Would I have any moral leanings? I would call it despicable, but it is as it is.
Ebonir drops the sword and then just like kind of sits down like Indian style. And he's gone. He's gone in me. I think that's why I can make new fingers at times. I think that's Aldrin.
What? So he like just absorbed himself into you?
I would say sacrificed.
What do you mean? Why sacrifice though? You were fine. He was hurt, but like
I don't know. I don't know.
You get the feeling that he wasn't the one who sacrificed himself.
He didn't have a choice.
what do you mean he didn't have a choice? Like we're all
Look at me,
I'm
Annika. You know there are powers that gave me my skills, and that it was horrible. It's good. It's Belashira.
I know I
Belashira.
looked. I saw I'm just what do we do? Right? I saw something. I gave you a good look over while you were asleep. I checked. And yeah, there's something and it scares me.
Scares me too.
How are we gonna fucking do this? You've got whatever tranquilities. Well, and I mean, Creep. He means well, but he's. I don't know. I think
He's kind of a creep.
Oh.
I. Do you feel anything mentally? Can you hear anything? Are there any? Is there anything pulling on your mind or?
I feel. I think I feel him. I feel sad. I feel enormously sad. And I also feel the eyes.
The eyes like the ones you had all over you in the mirror.
Like, do you remember when we fought the monster in the apartment after we killed that man.
Was that
Right.
Dressen? Dressen?
Yes, after we killed Dressen. Do you remember the monster?
Yeah.
That is
Same-
what I feel.
The same kind of thing that you, like, created out of thin air on the minecart, right?
Right. And the one
Oh yeah.
I created just a day
Sorry.
ago.
You keep rolling those.
Not even a day ago.
And you can just feel that, like, inside you?
Yes.
Shit.
All right.
No, nothing's alright.
No.
Like, what do we even do, right? You've got something going on with you. Aldrin's gone. Tranquility is compromised in some way. We've got a couple of days until Lady Dolores gets here, apparently. We were supposed to help, right?
Look. One problem at a time. Okay? One problem at a time.
Yeah, but which problem first? What if you
Tranquility.
do what Tranquility did? What if you
Then
just...
you'll kill me. And at this point, Ebonir like reaches over and like it holds out his hand and he's like, "Give me a bullet. Give me a bullet."
All right, and just Annika hands one over.
And Ebonir grabs the bullet and he fishes into his bag and he pulls out like the smallest dagger he can find and he starts carving a sigil into the bullet. And it's a language you don't recognize. And he finishes it up and he hands it back to Annika and he says, "Look, if you use this bullet, I will know that I'm not supposed to resist. This is for me. When it's time, when it's needed, use this bullet, and I will take the wound and die." And
Annika
puts the bullet
takes
into
it.
Annika's hand.
Yeah, she takes it back, and she kind of looks down at it and then looks up at Ebony and goes, I was gonna kill Tranquility.
I know.
When I took no, you don't. When I aimed at him, I was gonna pull the trigger. That was what we needed to do. That was what we agreed to. That was what we all said it. If one of us goes, if something happens, we do it. We don't hesitate. And I hesitated. I don't know if I can. I really tried.
Come on, man. She's only 12. She's only 12 years old.
She's like, Tranquility is your friend.
You're my friend.
I'm your frenemy.
No, we're past that. I don't give a shit about...
You'll do it, okay? Look, I have faith in you. It will only... All you have to do is load it. And I will see. Trust me.
Okay.
Go on. I'm going to go to sleep. Would you do me a favor? Would you ask for Rolian to come in and watch me? If anything fishy happens tonight, she can end it all.
Okay. And I guess Annika heads back to her tent and gets rolling.
Session is too heavy for me. I'm feeling pretty bad, actually. Oh.
We can take a break.
Oh my god, the
Yeah,
intensity.
Yeah. No, we can go a bit longer. It's not dinner time.
Yeah,
yet.
do we want to do this bit like up until the dawn or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Annika's going to go and get Verolian's attention.
Verolian is just standing outside with her arms crossed. What happened? What was that screaming? I didn't want to come in, but I
It
didn't
was
want to pry.
Ebony.
But that's what you lot have said. What I picked up. What have you lot gotten yourselves involved with? My God.
I don't even know. Look, it's Ebony. There's something going on. I need you to keep watch on him tonight.
I can do that. What of the other one, the pale one, in the with the sword?
He's gone.
Gone.
Don't press me on this, okay? He's not there anymore.
All right.
He's
All right.
right. He's come on, and Annika like leads rolling back to Ebony's tent.
Yeah. She was like right outside it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Annika's following her anyway.
She goes in and sees the empty bedroll and looks at Ebonier, who is clearly changed, and is like, just like, kind of puts on this grimace, like, ugh. What the fuck did you guys get involved with? My goodness.
Just
She
keep watch, yeah.
Yeah. She nods to you and sits at the foot of where Aldrin was sleeping and sits down, takes out that +2 longsword you guys gave her, and puts it down in front of her, crosses her legs, sits. She hadn't finished her trance yet, so.
Annika's also gonna sit in like at the head of the bedroll with her gun just like in her arms.
Someone mute.
Yeah.
Clackety clack.
Ebonier looks at them and says, "I need some sleep," and we'll just lie down and just try and get the best sleep he can.
Your what's up? Go ahead.
No, you go first. I'm gonna.
Okay.
This is the end of the night thing.
Yeah. Your sleep is restless, but you get your long rest. At the end of it, you wake up with tears in your eyes, but can't remember why. Just a dream that was just profoundly sad.
Annika's going to try not to sleep. She will almost certainly fail because, like, the past day has been just so fucking emotionally exhausting. And she's one of the more mentally sound, I think. But she spends as long as she can just watching Ebony and making sure nothing happens. But eventually she'd probably, like, drop off, like, sitting up, like, with her gun, like, in her arms, like, the barrel over her shoulder. And just, like, just have the worst night, with the exception of Ebony, I guess.
All right, you guys get a long rest. Congratulations. If you want to spend hit
Are we
dice to
having
heal-
fun yet?
Are you guys having fun yet?
This game is so fun.
So let's stop a moment. I want to thank JT Part Jr. for subscribing, and as well as Kamazar Ravik for subscribing again. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. JT Part Jr. also donated $10 for later use. Keep that in mind because I'm terrible at tracking things. But that gets you. The details are down below. He's probably gonna have you fight a Tarask or something. It's fine.
Alright.
Fuck it, kill me faster. Come on.
All right.
What's $10? Add or remove a monster. Nice.
Oh yeah, it's actually more flexible than that, and I should change it, but it's fine. So we are gonna go on a break because we're almost at the 2-hour mark. Go
already?
ahead, get some
Jesus
food,
Christ.
get
Fuck.
some tissues.
Oh,
We'll be back in a few minutes.
Oh.
Are you enjoying this, guys? 'Cause
Yeah,
holy
Man,
shit.
It's really fucking tough because it's super sad and depressing, and my
But you're
character,
Toshley.
my character has nothing to do with this. Like absolutely nothing.
I thought our moment just there was pretty fucking good.
It was pretty good. It was
I-
pretty good. There's something really dark in what I wrote.
Yeah,
I want to go back and read this, like,
I- I wanted to say something like, I'm so sorry about your stepfather, holy shit.
Oh, it's so heavy. I feel so bad right now emotionally.
you okay, Rick?
You okay?
Rick, okay,
Oh.
I want to say.
I was.
There's a
Okay,
way
so
to
this is, I think, the best way in story that this could have been
Yeah.
handled, because we've dealt with a player leaving, another character like having a pretty like there's been stuff in and out of character that's really affected the game, and I think we've all handled it really well in working it into the story.
Yeah, this is good. This is really good.
And like kudos to you, Rick, because fuck man, everything's going great.
That's really good.
I told
It's
you it
really
would be
fucking strong.
horrific.
It's really fucking strong.
Oh my god.
The only one who knew about this before was Dimmy,
It's giving you a monster.
and I knew that because that's nothing he could have done or would have done to stop it. So, Ebonier, the new power is in your features list. Master
think it's gone. I
forms.
think it's taking
Oh,
a
that's
break.
okay. That's okay. I'm gonna go take a break too. I need to go take a walk. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Gimme.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's
You
up?
good,
my dude?
Rick?
I
You good?
like that moment. That moment was really. It was
That was
wholesome.
really intense.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
and I'm really happy with changing up of Evanier's picture there, just making it all white with the black eyes and the.
Good.
But like one thing really saddens me
Which part?
is like one
back.
by one the mirror is becoming true to each and every one of us.
I'm
Really?
really glad that was a thing now, because it's like,
Yeah.
can you imagine if this had happened without the mirror foreshadowing?
I
Oh,
know,
yeah.
right? Oh my god, but that's the thing. Like, Creep, what he saw in that mirror, he's terrified now, seeing his family falling one by one to what the mirror predicted for them, and knowing what he saw himself.
I mean, same but different in that no one knows what happened or would happen to Annika.
Maybe that's just it. Maybe she'll be fine.
No,
No.
because I passed my save and I had a ring of mind shielding, so I was doubly protected against that. So, and like out of character, we know that Rick had something planned, but in
Yeah.
character, it's like Annika knows that she was protected against it. She kept her faculty. She was able to do things, and she had something to stop the mirrors from showing things. So now she's like, okay, well, Ebony is something eyes. Tranquility is killing like without restraint. We know that Creep's been absorbing souls and shit, so she's going to assume that that's going to continue. Tarsi's probably not even in her like thoughts at the moment, just because his thing was so unrelated to
Fat pumpkin.
everyone else's. Yeah,
Fat pumpkin.
Yeah.
but it's like, what the fuck would I have seen for me?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I'm looking at this ability now. This is crazy. So basically, I can cast Alter Self at will once per day.
Jesus Christ.
That's it.
That's
Only once
really
per
good.
day.
Dude,
Its Alter Self is really good.
Yeah, Alter Self is amazing.
Alter self. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, alter self.
You
Like,
should rename it to Aldrin Self.
Alter
like
Self.
alter self. Oh god.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
read this fucking text track because I want to know what
I mean-
Ashley and Tranquility were talking about.
I know warlocks can get alter self like
I'm gonna-
continuously at will, but that's like way late level.
I can become any creature race. I can grow fangs, claws, and spines, horns, and deal unarmed strikes 1d6 bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage, and become proficient. And the natural weapon is magic. You have +1
Wow.
bonus to attack and damage rolls you make using it.
Holy shit! Really?
It's a +1 unarmed strike. It's magical.
That's
So- Fuck's sake. To
By the
divert
way,
from. Go ahead.
So, no, I was just gonna say. So some of the things I've done in today's session. By the way, this has been fantastic. As sad as it's been amazing to do.
Yeah.
oh my god!
I
yeah.
had planned in different forms or ways. Like I had my conversation with Aldrin planned before. The thing with the bullet, I was always going to do at some point.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the same, like in the immediate sense, like the pointing the gun at Tranquility and like most people telling her don't do it.
Right.
I had that planned. Like I said, shower arguments, right?
Right. Oh yeah.
I mean,
RP so many times.
Guys, I just want to say this is the fucking like the best game that I've ever been part of.
Oh, easily.
Oh yeah.
it makes me so sad though. So sad. Actually, I need a drink. God damn it. Oh.
Like the
No.
feels have been real from the beginning.
Dude,
Yeah.
shut up. You love it. This is the you love it. Timmy
I'm
loves it.
gonna shift things a bit for a
I've
sec.
been sorry. I've been ignoring chat. Sorry, chat. Yeah. Oh, whoa. JPAR is gonna get into the plot point game. We're gonna have some fun.
You know, this is one of the few groups I think I've ever been a part of where I can legitimately say we can write, like, if someone were to write a book about the antics of our characters and the story as a whole, that'd be a pretty damn good book.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I get done with. I come on Thursday mornings. I'm imagining the movie that is this game. Like I can see the cuts. I can see all the action sequences. The sequence on the cart was like by far my favorite action sequence ever. It's like the cart.
That
racing.
was so.
That was pretty good.
What happened now? Sorry.
We were talking about how Jolt and I were talking about how basically you could turn this whole game into a book or movie. At this, like, it's legit.
Like the characters are great. The story
Which
is
actor would you
great.
have play your character?
Andy Serkis.
Jet Li.
Oh no, yeah, Andy Serkis would be good for Evan.
Yeah. Oh.
I can't. I want Jack. I want
Gilbert
Jackie Chan.
Gottfried for Toshly, please.
I was gonna go with Danny DeVito, but
Yeah.
I'm the
Can I
trash
actually do a
officer.
nice potion in this
I'm the
trying
trash
time?
officer. I take the trash and I just throw it all around.
Oh my god. Who would even play a good creep?
Oh, come on.
so many people.
Anthony
I mean-
Hopkins.
No. What's his name? Christopher Walken.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
All
all right. What about me? What about me?
Got some zombies.
Dude,
Oh, creep.
trying to take the edge out of tranquility is fun.
Tranquility. That's a tough. Ooh.
Probably some younger martial artist type.
What, not Jackie Chan?
No,
yeah.
that was that was funny, but no.
Steve Buscemi for creep. That's a good one.
Hold on to your butts.
Go Ravik. Go on Ravik.
Doyfam donates $25
Oh no.
Woo! Here we go.
I mean,
saying
oh yes.
sad
Oh, no.
sad plot point, please. Thank you very much for your donation. Thank you to JT Parr Jr. for your donation. You guys, like, the donations I get from this really help out in my life. Thank you so much. Really. I love you.
Oh,
Thumbs up, we love
God.
you all. We love you all.
Oh, God.
You guys are awesome.
God damn.
I think honestly, the fact that we have such a great audience too really does help with
Oh, yeah.
this campaign. Like, I don't think we.
What the fuck?
I think a good
What?
majority of really cool things. You okay?
Tristan just murdered me.
I'm sorry.
What? What?
What did you do?
How?
Tristan donates 100. I'm gonna cry. Tristan donates $100 saying, "Rick, you're the best." Thank you so much, Tristan. Really.
Aw.
Man.
Aw.
Oh,
If,
I'm
like,
I'm
this-
tearing up.
Like I said,
Oh,
honestly, man, this this game is the best game I've ever played in. This group is the best group I've ever played with. Like,
Rick,
this
I'm coming over
makes
to
my
your house
freaking
after
week.
this game, and I'm stealing half your wine. God damn it! This is bullshit.
oh, I might need the wine after this.
You're gonna need the wine after this. I need the wine after this.
Oh,
any
man.
any benefits of that, I don't give a shit about. Like,
Oh, you get them. Just use them for whatever. You know
cool.
they're there.
I'm gonna give someone else a plot point. Like,
Oh boy.
Give JP a top pop.
yeah.
Hey, JP.
JT Parr.
JP,
That
come
guy,
here.
he gets a plot point.
You get a plot point. You get a plot
Alright.
point.
Oh, like I was saying though, like a part of what makes this campaign so good is not only the players, it's not only the settings, it's also the audience that we've gotten. I mean, so many cool events have happened because Doi Fam has like come in with his story elements, and he's become a big part of like a lot of stuff going on in this campaign. So is a lot of the other like.
I'm too upset to eat my dinner.
I'm sorry, man.
Like we have fantastic players, a fantastic GM, and a great audience.
Yeah.
Hugs, virtual hugs all around, guys. Bring it in for the big group hug.
Yeah,
And
I
JP
can't actually finish this.
Oh no, man! Finish your food, man.
No,
Yeah,
it's
come
fine.
on, man.
It's fine.
Finish your food.
I
take your
like
time.
half a potato and a lot of chicken and a lot of broccoli. I fucking love broccoli.
I got time tonight. I don't know if Trish has to go early or not. But...
No, like I was saying to Orion, I booked the morning off work because my shifts got messed up this week, so I'm on a late tomorrow instead of today. So I've got 4 hours that I can book off. So I was like, fuck it, I'm booking them off. I'm on
Alright,
phones anyway. I'm not going to take calls.
I specifically been sleeping like 8-9 hours last days. It's just so I could stay a bit more up to date.
Man,
Oh, I haven't. I got about 5 hours last night. Like also,
man, my session 1 Simone. I can't even compete with this shit. God damn it.
I have had 3 of my 4 drinks that normally last me until 3 a.m. So.
All right, I'm gonna be right back, and then we will continue.
Sounds good.
Gotcha.
What the?
Stop.
Oh, no. Wow.
Wow.
Timing.
What happened now? What?
Owen _Wilson donates $25.
Woo!
Saying, "Eat your dinner, Rick." Wow. Was that was Stone, right?
Nope. Yes, of course.
How couldn't I? This session, to be
I
honest.
realize the donation menu is behind the "We'll be right back" thing. Okay, I really have to use the bathroom though. I'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah, go for it.
Go.
So did you say that you wanted to try for my game, or was that just talk? I can't remember.
No, because it depended on Tuesday game. But
Alright,
Tuesday game
alright.
is being cancelled.
Right. I can't remember. Like you were either really serious about it, or you were
No.
like, yeah.
If Tuesday game dies, I can probably do it. If not,
Fuck off.
I want to do it, but Jesus Christ.
Oh man,
So-
if I could just have everyone who's here come play again tomorrow for my game, I would.
Well, I mean,
I would
you're
die
only
a
I would
happy
love-
man.
I would love to, but I cannot.
Yeah,
I
you
would
have
actually
like.
die a happy man.
So, I love how today you were like, "Why does everyone think I'm headed towards a midlife crisis?" And like, because you've got all your shit together, man. Stuff
No.
doesn't stay the same.
Yeah, no. I'm like,
You've got a home, you've got a family, you've got a doggo, you've got a good job.
I got a wifo.
Yeah, wifo.
You got pajama
Looking-
pants.
I do. Well, because
Those are some great pajama
Blizzard.
pants.
Dude, this is I forever get dog pajama pants now.
It's fucking good.
Yeah, because it's a damn Blizzard. So I
Yeah.
really would love to play another game. I just like, yeah,
I know.
it's life. It
I
happens.
know. I'm so jealous.
Oh, so
I will not be able to compete with Rig. I'm just
I've
fucking
got
bad.
a quick aside. Then I'm going to talk
Yes.
about my campaign for a bit, just because.
Okay, go ahead.
that's
Go
free
ahead.
time.
Go ahead.
Talk
So,
about non-tragic
I
stuff.
mentioned about the mod run that got summoned yesterday.
Yeah.
That wasn't a combat they needed to do. Like, I specifically made it. There were two
I saw.
people guarding this area. They were both goblins, and neither of them cared. So they could have easily, despite having 2 people in heavy armor who rolled 1s and 2s, if they had been like, "Oh no, we're just gonna sneak around this angle and go around," I would have been like, "Yeah, fine. You get around this camp and you're fine." But no, the barbarian was like, "I'm just gonna 1 by 1 tackle these guys and like coup de grace them from behind." And the second person she tackled was like, "Nah, I'm gonna beat your strength check." And the entire session was a combat. And the wild magic sorcerer 2 sessions ago had used Tides of Chaos, and I was like, "Roll wild magic for me." Summons Modron. I've just randomly determined which one it is, and it was a Tridron, but only one person has really played D&D before, other than with me, and I've never used Modrons before. So I was just like, "No, you create this pyramid next to you that rises up on spindly legs." And he spends the entire combat befriending it and fighting off an orc with it. And I'm posting random shit, like I'm pressing random ones and zeros that are apparently translating to letters in binary.
Oh
And then
yeah.
He casts comprehend languages, so I start using like Lewis Carroll quotes as like my idea is Modrons in this setting are logical in an absurd way. So they will say like truisms and shit that mean nothing but are by logic true. So I did he first learned how to speak with it. He did comprehend languages, and then he was like, "Can you understand me?" And like trying to gesture to it, and I was like, "It sends you this," and the message was begin at the beginning, then go on until you get to the end, then stop.
God damn it.
And then it disappeared because the minute was up. And it was like, I think follow your dreams was the last thing it said. But it was just this entire combat, everyone was like, okay, there's a fucking living pyramid here that we don't know what it does.
That's amazing.
I want to point out, the party's next breakfast is going to be really awkward.
Okay.
It's going to be...
I need to turn off this music because it's making me sad.
Should be happy, man.
Can I ask a rules question here?
Sure.
No.
Master of Forms. So it says you can cast Alter Self at will.
Yes.
You can cast this targeting a willing creature you touch once.
Alter Self is usually a self spell only, but you can change it basically to a range of touch.
Okay.
Once per long rest. You can change You can change someone else's appearance.
Once per long rest.
Once per long rest.
But I can cast it on myself at will.
At will, yes. It's
Okay.
still
And is that an action to cast still?
It is an action to cast it. It takes no spell slots. Everything else is applied.
Does it trigger wild magic?
Do you want it to trigger wild magic?
Yes.
I'd say, considering its source, it would definitely trigger wild magic.
Yeah, all right, let's do that.
Like,
of course, it triggers wild magic.
Like, do you want it to? Duh!
I feel the fireball coming. I feel it.
Implying I haven't replaced the fireball with an even more dangerous spell.
So,
the silence.
It's gonna happen one day.
Just as an aside, back to my campaign quickly, like 2 seconds, I don't want to distract from this, but the summoning Modron is 1 number away from you create a fireball.
Oh,
like,
man.
I very nearly had that in my 3rd session of my campaign. Oh, man.
Nothing.
Wait.
Yeah.
I need to give some people plot points. I might just enact 2 of mine right now.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I have my plot point, and I also have a secondary plot point, so I might just go, Rick, here's 2 plot points.
Let's do it after the session.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to do it now. Don't worry, man. I'm not.
Oh, I can't take much more. Oh,
Hey, Tracer, we got Anakin and Toshi. You got a lot to build.
yeah. So let's.
Rick, can I spend my plot points to have us build something instantly? Can we do a montage?
No, it still has to work within the rules of the setting.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, do you guys want to continue?
All right, let's fucking do this shit.
Yeah,
My
let's
God.
do this. Let me get my my camera situated.
All right, so we're back.
The thing.
Really huge thanks to everyone who has donated. Like I can't even think about it. Thank you so much. I'm seriously tearing up here. Thank you.
This is great, guys. Holy shit.
The morning comes. Does anyone spend any more? Might want to spend some hit dice.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Well, since no one removed the ring of regeneration from me, I'm okay.
I was Neo in that last combat. I don't know if you noticed. So like nothing touched me.
It's like everyone else went down, but like our casters do a pretty okay job staying out of combat, except for Evan here
and Creep. Both of them
and Creep.
are pretty terrible about
Hey,
running the battle.
Okay, our artificers do an okay job.
Another, because Toshi went down.
Yeah.
I am
Except
not that
for
bad
Tasha.
about.
Yeah, so I did good, basically.
This is
I just want to point out I'm normally pretty good about staying out of combat unless I'm trying to use my mummy fist.
Yeah, fair.
I kind of like to spend like 3 actions, like just standing there.
No, that was badass. I love it.
this is bad, but Evanir's gonna go through Aldrin's stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
you
See
wake
what's
up.
left.
Verolian opens her eyes. There's just like resting, just with her eyes closed. And as you get up, her eyes instantly open up, and she reaches for the long sword. Doesn't pick it up, but just keeps her hand hovered over it as you get up. Your face is just stained with tears, but you can't remember why, which is probably the worst feeling you can have.
Yeah.
Ever had a nightmare where you've just like felt dread and wake
Yeah.
up with like
your
heart's going a million miles an hour? You feel like something's clawing at your chest. You don't remember why. You don't
Yeah.
remember what dream you had. Oh,
Ugh.
wow.
All right. No.
I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay.
Annika has since like laid down on her side and is like curled up with her thunder cannon in her arms,
Oh.
and she is.
Someone wakes her
She's
up.
quite
Do.
Luckily, she is. She will sleep for some time. I'd
Yeah,
say
she
that.
probably stayed up way too late. Like she was like fighting off sleep until like the early hours, like going to like dropping off, like just slowly going forward. And then it was, no, can't do that. And then eventually it gets the better of her, and she is out for a while.
All right. So, as for Aldrin's things, I have a parcel. If you want me to put them all in the party inventory,
Let's
Yeah.
let's split up that fucking.
this includes all of his money.
God.
Yep.
Right there we
Oh
go.
God. Oh
Unidentified
God.
item.
Which I'm not sure which one that is.
It's
I
fine.
think it's a glaive.
Oh,
no,
I
no,
can't.
It's not.
Oh, we can't see the notes. God damn it.
Actually, I am going to share those with you guys. Or I'm just gonna make them public. Oh, I have to share them, and you guys
Oh,
can
shit.
read them. Aldrin or Matthew did a lot of writing in his spare time, apparently.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
they're quite extensive.
Oh Jesus!
All right, and
I'm
that's
just
the
so
last
sad.
No, man, now I'm gonna fucking cry.
one. It's,
You all right, guys?
It's the unfortunate thing where I'm really sad that he left, especially the way he did. But this session would not have happened otherwise. A lot of the moments, like it's bittersweet.
Yeah, like
I
super
yeah,
fucking
but
can't
it's-
read
it's
this.
fucking
Holy
right.
fuck.
Evanir is gonna take all these
Oh.
notes and like.
holy
read
shit! There's
them.
8 of them. What?
There's a lot of them.
There's 13. What the fuck?
I
25.
can't,
I still
can't
can't.
read
I
that.
still can't
I
find.
can't read that.
I still don't know what is unidentified and what's not. You'll have to clear that out.
We'll deal with it
Boy,
later.
phone is crazy.
So
Broken
Evanir will
off
take.
prison shard?
I'm not sure what that is.
Are these where can these be found in notes? Like if we just
In
we've
the
got
party,
journal entries.
yeah.
Cool. 'Cause
Alright.
I'm not going to be able to read these all these sessions.
Oh, he also had a ring of mind shielding, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, what the fuck are we gonna do with the Maya?
Let us
Well, so to go down it.
Where are we now?
Annika is ranged. Ebenir is a sorcerer. Scimitars are not monk weapons. Toshli is Toshli, and Creep is wizard.
Basically, none of us can use Demaya very effectively.
Unless I go Kinsei, but I don't want to do that.
The Maya
I'm
is
gonna-
not a katana, so no.
No.
Can we use the plot point to convert Demaya into a katana?
No.
Oh yes, someone else has got a bag of holding now, I guess.
I mean, I could.
Give it to Creep, I say.
Yeah,
I think Creep deserves that.
Oh no, this is
where
just
are
this
we?
is just
It's
this is
literally
just
just
E-
Debonair.
yeah, it's Ebenir going through everything. You find
Couldn't
two
you?
books, a book
Fuck.
titled Letters to Gwen, a bundle of letters that are, no, actually another book that is titled titled Letters to Aldrin.
I read like the first ones and I just immediately lost my shit.
I'm sorry, my dog is doing something crazy. Okay, if you, I'm going to take the cloak of protection.
Oh, are you
um,
bringing everyone in, or?
Oh, I guess I think Ebonier would take all these things and then like later on would slowly pass them out to people.
Okay.
So I'll just start. I'll gather them.
I still don't know what is unidentified.
I'll find out.
Wait, is it? No. When you get to the unidentified thing, just leave it in there, because I
Okay.
have no idea which one it is.
So Ebonier will just gather his things.
Do you want me to disperse this loot?
Yeah,
this-
the
this-
the gold at least. Yeah.
Yeah, and that includes the gold that you found on Zarian Rock.
Oh
God,
God, man.
You guys are too rich, far too rich now.
I mean, I already know what I'm using my money on. I talked to you about it already, Rick.
Sure.
Once Ebonier has
I'll
got his
I'll
stuff.
look it up.
I'm sorry. Once Ebonier has gotten his stuff, he'll try and gently wake up Annika.
Sorry, I'm a bit distracted.
Yeah, Annika wakes up like she's not looking good though, like bags under the eyes and like just she I don't know if she'd have even like she wouldn't have had so much dreams as she had. Do you know when you like wake up and you know that like your sleep has not been restful because of something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but you don't have. It's not that you've like not dreamt it. You don't have any memory of anything specific. It's just
Yeah.
Fuck you, Stone.
What?
Trista, you're mute.
You mute.
God damn it.
We heard you get up and then kind of stop.
Wait, like since when? Like heard
You're
me
like
get
you
up?
woke up and you didn't get any
Oh.
rest.
I guess I pressed. I like sat on my mute button. Yeah, but it's like when you like you don't dream, but you know that you know that shit that's going on right now is stressing you out so much that you haven't gotten restful sleep. That's how Annika is. But she does sort of wake up like not in a jolt, but like she's too tired to like react quickly, and just kind of looks up at Ebony into his like black pits of eyes.
I think maybe it would be good for you to find something to occupy your time. Maybe Nigel?
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. Are you? You?
I'm as me as I'm going to be, I think. I don't think this feeling is going to go away. But I have an idea.
Guessing that's for yourself or for all of us, right? The idea.
Let me talk it over with Creep first. And then I'll
Wait,
bring
with
it to you.
Creep?
Yes, he's got the most knowledge of arcane. And he's probably the one I think can
You
probably
say
help me
that.
with this.
You say that. I'm pretty sure Toshley has a higher bonus to it. He does.
Oh god.
Okay,
I'm gonna
yeah.
have to talk to Toshley, aren't I?
The sleeper master.
Alright.
I don't know.
That should be your guys' group name. Sleeper master.
I am gonna have to talk to Toshley. Okay, God help me. Look, it occurred to me last night when I was falling asleep that if Belashira has a connection to me and can turn it on to me, maybe I can turn it back. Maybe it's a two-way street.
I hope so. It'll be the one silver lining that's come out of all of this.
Let me go talk to Creep and Torchley. And
God
you
damn it!
should-
I hate this mute button.
Yes.
The one
you hear my
silver
response?
lining is you can spy on a Delkir.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's not a silver lining in my book. Maybe it's just because I read up on the Delkir a bit more than you guys. But ooh.
Okay, Rick. So there are like, what is good about this situation is a blank box, and like as far away from that as possible is things that are not absolutely terrible. And one of them is we may have some degree of agency in this. Question mark.
You can shoot yourself, but the bullets are free.
I've got like 40 of them.
In the meantime, I think you should have this. And Ebonir hands Toshley, Annika the gun,
pistol.
the pistol.
The kind of revolver for the second fucking time.
Yeah.
This is like
Oh
like-
my god!
letter of a dead party member. It's like, oh hey, someone's left. Here's the gun again. Where is that? It's in the party inventory.
Party inventory.
Yeah,
This,
but yeah,
this
Annika will
revolver
take it.
is cursed.
She won't say anything. She's just gonna take it and like nod and like put it away in a bag or something.
Also, as I said, I know you wanted this back, and Ebonir hands her mantle of roper.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I would feel better if I wore Aldrin's cloak, and I will attune to the cloak of protection.
Okay. Sure to mark that you are attuned to it. There we go. Let's see here. Let me just change this. Cloak of protection. 1, save 1. There we go. All right. What's everyone else doing on this fine, super fun morning?
So
Tasha is asleep because he was trying to make sure that Tranquility didn't fall asleep, but failed horribly and fell asleep himself while still making schematics on his sketchbook. So he's still like sitting down with every single book on his lap.
Creep is sitting just outside the tent, relaxing back and reading one of his books, using the telepathic connection with his familiar in order to watch over Tranquility.
like literally the minute you say that, you see Tranquility just kind of bored and undoes the fucking ropes because
You just hear him call from outside without even missing a beat. I saw that, Tranquility.
What are you going to do? Stop me? Why would you antagonize him? Why would I do that?
He sighs and puts the book away as he stands back up. All right, I'll have to put them back on.
No.
Wait, what was that?
They refuse.
Wait, was that an in-character note? Because things could go south very quickly.
No. Motherfucker.
Creep just
I
makes
just want to
sure-
know, I'm going to enjoy playing in Dimmy's game, and I'm going to die the first session.
Oh, probably. No. Jolt's gonna die the first game. What are you talking about?
Hey. I like my tabaxi druid.
Won't last long, fucker.
But yeah, no, he makes sure they're tied once you put them back on. I'm guessing that's intelligence sleight of hand.
Yes.
Does it matter?
Yes.
Does it actually matter? It could just phase out.
I mean, as long as you're
Yeah,
in the light,
It
you can.
matters.
oh, true.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm keeping, and I'm sure we're keeping you in the light. I would assume.
Like 3 lanterns and a fucking torch around me, like dick.
He's tied tightly, but Tranquility could probably slip through them, no problem.
Okay.
Or not.
Actually, I think it's something else, but anyway, it's fine. I'm just fucking off
It's
anyway.
acrobatics or athletics.
I'm
Actually,
just
I
fucking
think
off
it's just
anyways.
acrobatics, because athletics would be based on the rope itself. Anyway.
So it just
what's-
says that ought to hold you.
Oh, what's Toshli? Is he Toshli?
Oh, she's asleep still.
Okay.
Like he was supposed to look over tranquility, so he just fell asleep in the same tent. Always folks.
JT Par is a point. Too bad y'all don't have the pink handcuffs anymore. Sorry.
Good callback. I like that.
Good
callback.
fuck.
That'd be so awkward though, carrying a Warforged through the street with pink fuzzy cuffs.
Is that what you think?
Is that what you think?
So,
The group are like, I know you have artistic.
Does Creep wake up Tosley or anything, or?
I think it might be time to transition into some downtime.
Yeah.
Rick, I got some shit for you though.
Okay. So, because we still have so much time during the session, we'll just handle it here.
Well, I think. Do we want to?
I'm back.
Like,
Sorry, guys.
Are there any conversations that need to happen first?
Yeah, or that will happen during. So you guys will have 5 days of downtime. 5 days, 1 work week.
That's
It ain't
Nigel.
much.
Is there anywhere
I
to
want-
study books?
Ebony, actually.
I want to talk with. Well, I was going to search for a cleric, but that doesn't matter.
So is there any? I mean, are there any conversations that need to be had
Yeah.
before?
Me, Creep, and Toshli.
Okay.
You guys are basically leaving me tied up all week, aren't you?
Yes.
Well, until
actually,
Lady
there's
Dolores
gonna be-
comes.
Yeah, Annika wants to have a conversation with her fucking Tranquility. I know names. Shut up.
All right.
Why don't you guys do that conversation first? Sorry.
If you want, yeah.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Yourself, Dimmy.
Sorry, I was I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So, probably like the day after. So, after the little conversation with Ebony, and after she takes the revolver and the mantle back, Annika, like, she fully intends to get up and do something. She's like, it's the start of the day, we need to do stuff. But she ends up like, she's exhausted. She did not get rest. She ends up like lying back down just on the bedroll that Aldrin had, probably with like his clothes still on it, and she goes back to sleep for a couple of hours. But when she gets up, I'm assuming Toshli and or Creep have either, from what I've gathered in the chat, kept Tranquility tied up.
Yes.
But yeah, she finally wakes up and like gathers her things, and she's totally out of it. She heads into the tent, and would Creep and or Toshli still be there?
Toshi's asleep. Like, he
Creep
fell asleep
is,
trying to look over Tranquility.
As long as Toshli is asleep, Creep has not left.
Fair enough. So Annika's gonna sit down, like she sits down like cross-legged in front of Tranquility. She kind of looks to Creep and goes, "Look, I know we've been through quite a lot together. Can you give me and Tranquility like a minute or two? If anything happens, I'll make a shitload of noise. You'll know."
He Creep looks over and gives a nod for you. And he stands up and leaves.
So looking at Tranquility, Annika goes, "I know that you didn't mean to do any of this, right?"
Yes, it's true. I didn't mean to.
And it happens without you thinking of it.
It's almost like a thought that is amplified, and it's almost like something that goes out of my control. It's just small, and then it goes too big.
We're gonna have to keep an eye on you.
I noticed.
You said this all started after you met that guy, right? In Shan.
Yes.
which was after dressing.
Yes, Agaran. I met a man named Agaran who helped me sleep.
I think it's for the best if you try your best to not sleep for the foreseeable future.
It's a little easier being a warforged. I can just shut down.
We're still going to keep an eye on you, because as much as I want to, I can't trust you right now.
No, I can't. I can't sleep. If I sleep, it comes back, and if I don't get help, I can't return to Sharn. Because if I do, I'm gone forever.
When we get back, if nothing's happened since then, I give you my word, I'll not let you do anything that you would not do of your own volition. I remember you from when we met, and that's the you that I'm holding up right now. That's the you that I'm holding out for.
Thank you. If nothing else, when this is done and I don't get the help I need, I want everyone else to go back. I'll find a place for me here. I'm sure they could use help in the city or this tent village.
We'll figure something out. This guy that you met, this person, how did you seek him out? Did he just turn up?
I was just confused on a wandering, and he just appeared to me, and it's like we found each other, and he just guided me. I think he knew that there was something wrong, and he took advantage of that.
Got you. Look, I don't know if of course I do. You remember when we met and how we helped each other then, right?
No.
I want you, whenever anything's happening, no matter what's going on, I want you to remember that, because I'm gonna help you again. Okay, we're gonna fix you again.
I just wish it was physical this time.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna figure it out though. Promise.
I'll make sure to pay you back. I owe you.
No payback. This is something I have to do, because it's just like shakes her head. Just trust me, yeah.
I trust you. I'll stay bound.
We've set some ground rules. We've talked about it. Ebony can stop you. The rest of us, if he can't, will sort you out if anything goes wrong. All we need you to do is, if you think anything's going wrong, if you feel like your perceptions off, if you think something's happening, just let us know. Okay?
I'll try my best.
And Annika goes to untie Tranquility's legs, but keeps his arms bound and goes, "If you need anything, you can let us know, right?
Yes.
I think this is safe enough."
Yes.
Okay.
I could still kick the shit off Creep. No, literally.
I mean,
Really?
probably, but
I won't say it out loud, but the thoughts there.
so I guess Annika ends that by she's like, it's probably quite awkward, at least for Annika. I don't know if Tranquility considers it awkward, but she just stands there for a moment after untying his legs and gives a little nod and it's like, yeah, we'll sort it out, yeah. and then like doesn't wait for a response, heads outside, runs into Creep and says, he can walk about, all right? Just make sure his arms stay tight.
Understood. That shouldn't be too difficult.
At the sound of like Annika leaving, because Tasha was still sleeping in the room throughout the entire thing, he's gonna wake up and see like Tranquility is no longer tied in his feet, and he's going, "Oh, he's running!" And he's just gonna go punch Tranquility.
Like
He
like,
doesn't
tries
even
to
get
put-
up to his hips. Like,
like he goes to, and I just put a foot like on his chest, like, no, Attica said it's okay. Push it back.
Tosley's a
slowly.
freaking gnome with dwarfism. Like, what is he gonna do?
He's a two-time champion of a pit fighter. Of
That's
the group.
that's true.
Ah.
It's hard to fight someone whose center of gravity
real.
is the ground.
He really knows how to go for those ankles.
Fucking ankle biter.
Tosley ankle biter Manwin, 2-time champion.
It's pretty fucking good.
But no, yeah, Creep will also chime in and say, he's right, Anaga just came by and told me. He can be on his feet. Just keep his
Oh.
hands tied.
Okay,
Are
guess that works.
there other conversations that need to happen?
I was gonna have a conversation with Toshli, but some.
Yes. I kind of want to have one with Ebony as well.
Kick him into the plot. Back.
And just make this one conversation, not two. You can cover them both at the same time.
Yeah, it's the same.
Alright.
It's-
Yeah.
I'll BRB them while you guys are talking.
So Ebenir is like probably towards the later part of the day when he's kind of like gathered himself and he's sort of slowly resigning to the loss of his friend. He'll go in search of Creep and Toshli, who are probably still in the tent doing whatever they're doing.
Toshi,
Really,
during the
really
day-
quick, I want to point out Aldrin was right. You guys are gonna stick together through all of this.
Ah, why?
I tried so hard not to crack up when you said that. I'm so sorry.
That's alright.
Oh. Anyway, please continue. I'm just as the
Tosley's
DM in
most-
these RP heavy sessions, I'm basically just an observer.
Yep.
Toshi is most likely looking for some sort of kitchen, because in his mind it's like, okay, no one's cooking now. I guess I gotta fix that somehow. And he's actually trained in cooking, so.
Creep holds up a finger. Toshli, I have an idea.
Wait, and Ebenir walks in and he goes,
Hmm?
Gentlemen, I wanted
It is
is
very
Toshli
weird.
cooking?
It is very weird to see Ebenir in his new form. His hair.
It's-
Although, am I back to my normal height, by the way?
No,
Okay.
that's permanent. That's
Okay.
you'll get to Toshli's height someday, I'm sure.
Yeah.
oh, it's-
Toshli, are you cooking?
Somehow, I don't believe this is the strangest thing in the room right now. But yeah.
I just want to be sure that
Cooking.
whatever you're cooking doesn't involve more than like a sprinkle of sugar.
Actually, no. Trying something new. I figured. Just
Wow.
all
Okay.
Aldrin's not here, so.
All right.
Yeah.
You two, I wanted to talk to you two specifically. If you have a
Okay.
moment.
Sure.
Yes, of course.
So. When I was transformed, I felt at most a very distant presence of Balashira, the Dalkir god who transformed me. And now after this, I feel it more, a connection, almost a presence.
Hmm.
That's very not good, considering who the Delcor are. Or
The
Delkir.
Dalkir, yes. Agreed, but it occurred to me that if Balashira can push into me, I should be able to do something back, right?
I'm not sure that's a good idea, though. Can I roll a
Well-
kind of check, so?
Yeah, roll an Arcana check.
Because I don't want to
Yeah.
talk out of my ass.
Same here, honestly. I was about to say something, but I kind of had the same realization.
All right. Yeah, you roll it too.
Jesus Christ, Creep.
All right. So
Yeah.
both of you know the Delkir are incredibly powerful. Creatures known for their psionic abilities and their ability to rend flesh, to like just change flesh in whatever form that they want to.
They're kind of like borderline gods.
They
essentially.
are demigods, each of them. Many of them fell during the Delkir Wars with the Goblin Empire of the Dukhani. However, for every one that fell, like the Delkir took hundreds of thousands with them. You're not sure if any mortal could really go up against the Delkir, or if it's a good idea to even interact.
Yeah.
But you also realize that his hand has been forced, so how could things get worse? I ask myself. Actually
People-
trying to find an answer for that. How can I make the situation worse?
Creep considers for a moment before saying, "Well, that honestly depends. Sure, your connection might allow you to reverse some sort of thing onto the Delkir, but the question is, how willing are you to poke a demigod with a stick?"
More importantly, why? What's your goal?
Have you ever played tug of war?
Yes, I lost all the time.
I do not know what this tug of war is.
It's when you get 4 people to pull rope against 1 people, and whoever loses has to pay dinner. Me and my friends used to play it all the time.
Well, listen to me. The version of the rules that I know are twofold. One, you win, you pull on a piece of rope, and you win either by pulling the other party over a line, or you make the other party fall down. Now, here's the thing. I am basically in a tug of war with a Dalkir, and I'm losing. They have been slowly changing me and transforming me over time, and the harder I pull against them, the less energy I have to resist them. So, rather than pull away and lose the battle eventually, I think I charge forward and let them fall on their butts. Does that make sense?
So you want to
Throw
give
them off balance.
Yes. If they're
You want to
pulling,
try and control it.
I want to control it. If I could flash back at them, even if it's just a one shot that gives us a moment of hope, just something to push against.
Even in the war where the Delkir lost, they took down hundreds before each individual was taken. Each Delkir on their own is worth an army of your best men. Do you really think it's a good idea to put ourselves in such a vulnerable position, even if it could risk throwing them off
Ebony
balance?
might be onto something. Rick, Dalkia are chaotic in nature completely, right?
Super chaotic. Not like chaotic as in go against the system, but chaotic as in their nature and desires are completely unknowable and unfathomable to the mortal mind. They are eldritch AF.
Ebony might be onto something.
I'm just
Might
supposing.
No, like if what were you doing before was completely against their nature, maybe just embracing the chaos is better.
And I'm just saying that if they have a powerful connection to literally the inside of my mind, then I must have access to that connection back, and I might be able to send something back to them, even if it is just for an instant.
I think
Maybe it'll be enough to turn a tide of one battle. Look, I have no illusions that I'm going to survive this process. This is my death sentence. But maybe I could take out the executioner at the same time that I pass.
There has to be a way to save you too. I'm not going to accept that I'm going to lose another friend.
I understand what you're saying, but it's too abstract right now. We don't know enough.
Maybe
How do we even go about it?
maybe we go back to Sean and the books there, the University of Morgrave. Maybe even back to the gnomish homeland, the library of Kronenberg might have
You know what?
something.
Sean sounds really good. Sean sounds like it's great this time of year.
Well,
It's really good.
Do you
who
not
fought the
want to-
Delcare originally? Who were responsible for that?
Actually, roll me a history check.
Okay.
Is
Do
that
I-
is
Can I roll a
actually-
history check?
Well, let's let Creep do it really quick.
I still
Um,
get a good roll despite that, and I'm
You know that goblins fought them. You don't recall how they were defeated. And the great goblin empires fell. That they like had a very rough period after that, like thousands of years, and then before finally collapsing.
Do I know if there would be any like remnants of it? Maybe
Oh yeah,
Fallen-
Dakani ruins dot all of Corvair. Like this is well known.
maybe the goblins were the ones who originally defeated them, though the likes of which I'm unsure of.
If
Maybe the Dakani ruins could have an answer.
Ebonir, roll me a history check.
I'm gonna use inspiration
Okay, all right.
I should have did
because
that.
I've got it, so I might as well use it.
right,
I-
we have inspiration.
Good thing I did.
Oh,
too.
thank God, yeah.
At 23, it wasn't the Dakanis that defeated them. Eventually, the Gatekeeper Druids, the largely the orcs of the Shadow Marches, managed to seal them away beneath in the depths of Kyber and stop Zoriat from invading entirely by closing the portals.
It was not the Kitani. It was the gatekeepers.
Dakani.
It was not the Dakani. It was the gatekeepers.
Really,
Welcome to
I need
Eberron
a
History
brush up.
Lessons.
I have
Perhaps
to brush up on my history some more, but
look,
maybe
we're not going to solve this today. I'm just saying, think on it,
This,
and
this is good. This is good.
yeah, we'll research.
On another subject, I did want to talk to you, and he extends his hand with a pink elf mitt. Can I have the Maya?
Why?
Wasn't she the one that knew the most about Aldrin? I need answers. We need answers. I don't know what.
Well, to be fair, Demaya's given me very little in my time with her. Maybe you will have more luck, and I give him Demaya.
Good name.
Yeah, Amaya's wrapped in cloth, which is ice cold and actually covered in frost.
It's okay. I got elf mitts.
I sit down on the ground and draw a couple of circles and start to do a bit of a ritual casting as I speak with them.
What are you casting?
Unseen Servant.
Okay. By the way, Toshli, what you made is, I mean, it's good. It's edible. It's not amazing. Whatever you were cooking.
I'm learning. It's pastry, but it's more it's less.
They are nothing like Aldrin's Cornish
It
pasties.
is less about being super sweet and more about being buttery and cozy
Comfort
Uh,
food.
comfort food.
This is okay.
I can understand that.
That's all I had, guys.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
good. Well,
I look to Ebonir and I say, if we aren't going to be solving this right this instant, then why don't you accompany? I was actually just about to look for a library. Perhaps we could check out some books.
I do have.
Very well.
Can I request one thing?
Yes, what was it?
If we are gonna do this, can you keep a dream journal?
Dream.
No, I think he means me.
Yeah, I mean, Evan.
I will try. To be
Just-
honest, I had a dream last
What-
night, but I don't remember it at all.
Whatever data we have helps. I guess it's something.
All right, I will do it.
I wonder if one day I'll experience this
dream that everyone else seems to be having.
Right now, I wouldn't recommend it.
It's overrated, to be honest.
Understood. I do hope.
But
I don't have a lot of hopes for this place, but in the very least, I hope they have a decent selection of spell books. I would love a chance to read a new formula.
Well, I will assist you. I was just going to spend my time learning Inferno, but I can also assist you. It'll be just as useful.
Of course, if you have any use for, perhaps I can help you find a book or two on the Infernal Tongue. This land is more loose on those sorts of things than back home.
Yes, I think so.
All right. Does anyone have anything else to handle before we enter downtime mode?
I mean, all the things, but yeah, no, we're good.
Okay. So,
Yeah, I think Ebonir forgets about Valorian,
okay.
even though it's a big problem.
Oh
Yeah.
god, Dala doesn't know what happened.
Yeah.
I imagine we explained to her at some point.
She.
Hold
She's
on.
like,
Hold
oh,
on, climb the
okay.
tree and fell.
Oh, that's.
Yeah, I think that's a. I think that's a major thing.
That's terrible, right? And we're like, yeah.
No, she is actually. She excuses herself. She's actually
Oh.
pretty broken up about it. She's traveled with you guys for like 2 months now, like a ridiculously long time.
20 sessions.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go through everybody up top order, and we're gonna go through downtime activities. Annika, what does Annika do? Well, I can guess.
Do you need to ask?
If you don't mind dealing with a bunch of exhaustion, you could pull double time to get other downtime activity alongside your rebuilding. Same with Toshli if he's helping you out.
Yeah.
How long would it take us to like get over the exhaustion?
Probably another week. It depends. It depends on how good your con saves are.
The problem is we only add materials for one mechanical stuff and that's it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have so much additional shit.
Oh, really?
No, we'll just do the regular. Like we'll finish Nigel, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least for me.
So, you said you wanted to incorporate some magic items into him. Do you want to throw the ones that you are in the party sheet? Because I think I have.
I mean, if you're
most of
allowing
them.
me to do that now, yeah.
Yes. As part of rebuilding him, they will be lost. They will be lost, but they will be integrated into him permanently, which means you can just repair him instead of having to rebuild him entirely. Well, I mean, you are just repairing him, but you know.
Yeah, got you then. Let's sort that out then. We're gonna do the mantle.
Okay.
Also, I guess if we're doing this now, then Annika's gonna ask for the shield of missile attraction back from Verolian.
She will give it back.
In which case, that goes into it.
I would probably give her the shield.
+1 shield.
Yeah,
Yeah, it works. Throw that in the party sheet as well.
I will in a second. Jolt's looking at
yeah.
chat.
So, the mantle of the roper, Annika wants to work that into his like, what's the like thorax? I think is the word, like
Okay.
his torso bit, so that it still like allows him to make his surface rock hard, but can also emit these shadowy tendrils to grab guys in. And also the missile tracking shield is going to go center of his abdomen, so that it can be like raised up above him and still used to attract missiles.
Okay. Oh, that's
The other thing was going to be Gauth eyes, which I'll sort out later because it'll take a while.
Oh, didn't I add? Oh, yes. Okay. You can do the Gauth eyes now if Toshli's working with you.
Oh, sweet. So yeah, then Annika's going to. The idea is to just. He's got a single like. He's going to have 4 lenses as his eyes, and the one of them is just a regular like. It's basically the Kyber shard. that has his essence in, and then the other 3 are going to be they're going to have like the Gouth eyes within them, such as he can potentially focus one of them.
Okay.
So I
so
have how many Gouth eyes do I have?
You have to
I have 4.
integrate them all.
All 4 of them.
Yes.
Sweet, that's fine.
Oh, remember you can hold shift to drag an entire stack.
Too late.
Too late.
I mean,
Oh,
let me give it a grappling hook back.
it's mine.
can we do like? Can we actually incorporate more in this?
No,
week
he can
as
have
well?
he's
can
got
have-
the same achievement slot as a character.
Yeah, and
no, I
those
mean like.
what?
Oh, are we doing all 3 in a week easily? Or
Yeah, apparently.
Yes, if you guys are working together on this, because you guys can only have one, I'm giving you a bit of a mulligan.
also, I'm gonna actually defend
Thank
this
you,
argument that Toshli has worked with ghost eyes in the past, so he knows what to do.
He has actually.
Oh,
Stone,
wait,
what about that one thing?
Which
That-
one of the 40?
Okay,
That
Stone.
that
quick
one
question.
thing.
You know, you said you changed a plot point to get the elemental in.
Yeah.
I have technically 3 plot points. Do you want
Oh.
that to happen now?
No, I'm doing that one thing.
The thing that I
I'm
mentioned.
using. Can I use one of the Trista's plot points for that then?
I will give Stone one of the plot points that I have.
For a thing.
I don't. For a new thing?
No, for that thing.
That thing? No, I'm just gonna let you do it.
Oh, really? Okay,
Oh,
cool.
okay then.
That thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is artificer shenanigans. So yes, now introducing the new and
Whoa.
improved. I'll just share this here. I'm having trouble sharing it for some reason. Can you guys click that? I'm betting not.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I can.
All right.
Yeah, we can click
Yeah.
that.
So he's got slightly higher AC. He has the mantle of the Roper,
Oh
long
my
rest,
God.
recharging action. He has a secret feature do not open till Christmas. He has the Gouth Beam Eyes, recharge 6, and a arrow catching reaction.
Oh my god, this thing's fucking awesome!
He-
Oh my god.
Dimmy, remind me tomorrow because I might forget. 1, I owe you money. 2, I need to send you the description of this.
Okay.
There I do.
Oh man, that's right.
Time to.
Rick.
What?
Oh man, it's gonna happen now.
All right, what's going to happen? What?
The FG chat.
Confused.
The grafting.
Oh, gee, is that what you guys want to spend your downtime
Yeah.
on?
Oh,
Oh, Jesus. So,
First,
Guys,
first off,
I'm
with all the
ready.
money we have, can we afford a proper facility here?
first
Is
of
there a
all,
problem?
A Ford is not the problem. Can you find one?
let me
Do
find...
you want a Toshli nurse? No.
I've actually got to find my rules for graft. There they are. I don't have them in FG, but... Alright, so doing this will take 8 hours. So you'll still have 4 days. Probably.
of
to recover.
recovery.
Yes.
Recovery. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, so Creep, you have proficiency in Arcana and Medicine.
Mm-hmm.
So you're good.
Yes.
So which one are you doing again, Avenir?
Oh man, I'm trying to remember which one.
Sorry to interrupt this quickly. Did I throw the Kenneth revolver into that mix?
You kind of you give it a little arm with which it can wield the revolver. I'll add
Yeah.
something
Well,
in.
the idea is that the left arm I want is like it's got the like a large cannon opening where it can fire the web basically, and underneath it's got an underslung smaller opening which the Kenneth revolver is fixed into.
It does not require attunement, so I suppose so. I'll work into it. I had that.
I'll keep
thing
it.
ready.
I'll keep it in my inventory for now, but I'll remind you before next session.
I
Okay.
think we're doing. I think we're doing Eye of the Beholder as a
Okay.
replacement eye.
Also,
you
Ebenezer?
did send me
Yes.
a plot point to do this, right?
I did.
Creep flips open his spell book and turns a few pages, and you see, after all the time spent traveling with you, a perfect diagram of your anatomy in his drawn that he's been preparing with. And you see, like, there's multiple scribbles and then scratched out notes that, like, he's clearly been, like, considering how to do this.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm gonna actually say that will take the entirety of your downtime, both of you.
That's fine. That's fine.
So, did you actually spend a plot point on this? Because I don't see it in my notes. Was it like an extra one?
No, I had a knowledge. It wasn't a plot point. I'm sorry. It was a knowledge thing. So we did downtime, and I got one future knowledge thing that I could spend it on.
Right.
And that's what I spent it on.
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay.
And if needed, I do still have a spare plot point that I could spend on this, just to allow Creep to be able to graft in general.
Well, you are able to graft. It's just the thing that grafts are magic items. So you have the Eye of the Beholder. I'm not sure if you have the know-how to use an unprepared beholder eye to attach to yourself.
So maybe
it's something that so a beholder eye is rare, so it takes a while to create. So I'm not sure if you can do it right now. That's something you'll have to do during the Sharn downtime. Sorry, guys.
That's fine. Okay, that's fine. We'll do it during the Sharn downtime.
So you guys discuss it and like Creep, when we're back from here, I need your help. And you guys will be able to craft it together, which will cut down the crafting time dramatically.
Okay.
Get Toshly in on it. Cut it in by.
Nurse tossing.
Yeah, don't get Toshly on it.
No, get Annika involved too. Craft it in one.
He's also gonna put a secret feature.
Annika is building Nigel and sleeping and fretting right now.
All right.
Like.
So I suppose, Ebonier, what are you actually doing during your downtime? Sorry to be a bummer, but
no, that's fine. That's fine. Then
It's an incredibly strong ability.
I'm gonna spend my week with Dala learning Infernal.
Okay.
And
how
then
many
Creep.
How many more weeks do you have on that?
Do you have the downtime sheet?
Was it on that spreadsheet that we used?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I know Jolt's or Creep is a week away from mastering his herbology.
Yeah, that's actually true. I could actually finish off her herbology.
Let's see. Towers of Dream sessions. Fantasy Grounds 5e. Where the hell?
Oh, I found it.
But
I
was also wanting to.
It's been a while since that downtime.
Then again, though, I was also hoping to pick up some spells too, like Fireball and Tinsar's Floating Disc.
I have 8 weeks remaining.
Oh, okay, so you've barely started.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you spend time with Dala, she is pretty broken up about Aldrin. She's like, oh, I knew this was going to be hard. I didn't imagine any of you would actually. How? What have you gotten yourselves involved with? What is this?
I was really hoping you guys would die in like an epic fashion, not, like, what the fuck?
Not melding into someone else.
It is, it seems we are at the center of a storm.
Oh. Well. Oh, I suppose I'll help you study a bit. You will have to pay me, just as usual,
Of course.
Oh god, Xanathars wasn't even out when we did that last downtime.
No, it's not.
Let's see, what is research training? Takes at least 10 work weeks. Time is reduced by number of work weeks equal to your intelligence. 25 gold. 25 gold's it.
All right.
I'm so sad I don't have Dance Macabre.
Not yet. Tranquility, what are you doing during your week, Mr.
Well, my hands are kind of bound, but I mean, I'm sure I can figure out something. I mean, these guys need a lot of help around here, don't they?
Yeah,
So I'm gonna just I'm gonna go around and with whoever my current chaperone is, and just kind of either see if people need help repairing tools with woodworking, or just doing some manual labor because I'm a warforged and I could probably do it a little bit easier.
Okay.
Because there's no market to like buy magic items, is there?
You could potentially look for them, but you'd have a hard time finding much. I mean, you could go looking around and see if you want to find something specific.
The fucking camp. Local
Rick.
Magi camp.
What?
Quick
It'll be there
question.
still.
In creating Nigel, would it be possible to incorporate barding, or would that have to be something done in Shan?
The mantle of the Roper has basically pushed his AC as high as it's going to go right now.
Fair.
It is made of metal and also has bits that can solidify. So
Yeah, got you.
so Dimmy, do you want to do the work downtime? Maybe.
Well, if I can find a magic item, I'd like to try that instead.
All right,
Otherwise,
all right. So if you're trying not to sleep, I need you to make me 5 con saves.
Con?
Wisdom saves. My bad. 5
Okay.
wisdom saves. I was thinking I don't know what I was thinking. Make me 5 wisdom saves, if you would.
I wish I had inspiration for any of these. Fuck.
Can I? Too late.
What? Look, I got 2 more. Maybe you help me out one night. What?
I was gonna say Tasha uses the Think of Feature to build an alarm clock robot that just follows Tranquility around saying "Don't sleep, don't sleep, don't sleep," to see if that helps.
On the 4th night, despite all of your best efforts, you fall into a deep sleep.
Action point.
No, I haven't had an action point for fucking weeks.
Oh
He's
no!
fresh out. You fall into a deep sleep, one which Creep and Toshli cannot wake you up from. When you
Crap.
wake up, you've got that. Your eyes have once again gone red, and you're kind of moody.
Oh God.
Any mention of you trying to save yourself from this thing is like, why would I even bother? I've been doing so well.
Yeah.
We've won
Right,
so
so I
many
kinda
battles. Like,
Probably at this point, just gotta go.
yeah.
Yeah, when I see him fall to the deep sleep, I immediately call like, "Hey, we need help now."
No,
Will he fall asleep?
short of actually killing him, you cannot wake him up from this sleep.
I'm
Something
Toshli.
something keeps him asleep. You try
Toshli.
smelling salts. You try like feeding him smelling salts.
I'm punching him.
He is not. You can reduce him to 1 HP. He is not waking up.
Dispel magic.
I really tried, guys. I really tried.
Okay, so like I imagine we're all brought in on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the middle of the
Um,
night. Like Annika's in her nightie, got her tiny stuffed Aldrin in her arms.
Oh.
Stop it, Rick.
I made
Fuck
myself
you.
sad.
But okay, so when it's brought to our attention that Aldrin's asleep,
Fuck
off. that Tranquility's asleep, like Annika tries like hitting him
Clink.
and like shaking him, everything short of shooting him. Like at the point where it's evident that it's not going to work. Like Annika like goes to the others and goes, "I think we need to be ready to do something drastic because we can't stop this."
How did he come out of this thing in the first place? You said that last time he talked, he changed, right? He was talking about he thinks it happened when he fell asleep and all this stuff. How did he get out of it in the first place?
Just did. The Lady Dolores is here in 2 days. She probably knows more about this. She's really smart. She's really smart.
Look, sure I can make plenty of excuses for me and Darla to study with tranquility. I will keep an eye on him. I've got many ways to freeze him in place if necessary.
Creep looks over at Ebonir. Maybe the gatekeepers are looking like a better and better option.
Don't know if the gatekeepers deal with the Dalcor realm or
Quarry.
the quarry.
Can I try and identify Creep? I mean, Tranquility, sorry.
Sure.
Am I gonna go flying again?
I don't know, maybe.
Yes.
Is this gonna be running gag?
No. My body reacts to you touching me, and I just.
I pull out like a catch mitten and get ready to catch him.
Why do you have one of those?
It's an old brillish pastime. I was. So you cast Identify on him. However, you cannot actually identify what's going on with him. It is something that is beyond the realm of that spell.
That's disturbing.
He's in a deep sleep. There's enchantment magic involved, but you're not sure from where or how.
Toshi puts his hand in his alchemical bag, touches a thunderstone, and resists the urge.
Right, fucking catches it with monk power, just throws it back at you.
No, it's just thunderstones are real loud.
They are incredibly loud.
Just clap it in your hand, you go flying. And
So through the night, you guys try to wake him up, but eventually you guys are going to have to give up. And realize that this, like some things, like the Delk here, is a bit outside of your control.
All right, I will spend my time. Make sure.
Sorry, what? You cut out.
I said I will spend my time with Tranquility. Say that he needs to be my
Right.
bodyguard.
Me and Endika finishing Nigel is gonna get real good. So
All right.
if you
Yes.
can do that, that'd be good.
So, yeah, Tranquility, you wake up, your eyes have once again gone red. And you're kind of like, you just slip out effortlessly out of the ropes. You're not sure why you even bothered. Like, what a joke. What do they think they can do? What do you think you can do? You guys have been doing better since you changed this way anyway. It's a good thing that you are possessed by a quarry or something.
Oh no!
Don't worry, I'm much better now.
Your Vegeta going like, hey, Bobbity, give me that big M on my forehead. Sure. However,
Tranquility.
that doesn't really affect your downtime that much, because you're still not a threat to the party. Like, they're still
No,
your friends.
yeah, no,
they're
no.
your allies.
Yeah, there's so much. Yeah.
Majin Tranquility.
You're just an asshole.
Yeah. Oh, asshole.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So shall I do my thingy bugger or my, what you
Yes,
call it?
right.
Or?
The downtime activities. All right. How much money are you spending to look? How much money are you willing to spend to find a magic item? You need to spend at least 100 gold. You can spend up to, I guess up to 1,100 to get a bonus of plus 10. But
I think work would be better actually.
okay.
There's no magic item I
Oh,
actually need.
spending money. Oh.
Well, what item would I fucking benefit from other than a fucking decanter of endless water? Which, yeah, right.
Oh, you might be able to find it.
All right, well, fine. I guess I'll do that then. I'm willing to spend upwards of 6,000.
No, I mean money. You have to spend at least 100 gold to look around for it, like paying off people, paying for rumors, a bribe here, a little something here.
What's the
So you have to spend at least 100 gold, and you can get an extra +1 bonus to your check for every additional 100 up to a maximum bonus of +10. So you can
All
spend
right, so I'm just going to
between
spend
100
500.
500. Okay, so that'll be a +4 to this.
Okay.
All right. So what are you looking for specifically?
Alchemy jug or fucking decanter of endless water. I'm looking for a water source.
All right. Let me really quick for some stuff. All right, so the decanter of endless water is on. Oh, it's only on item table C. So you only need to get a 15.
What do I need to roll?
One sec. The alchemy jug is only magic item table B. So you'll be fine. So yeah, roll me a persuasion check with an extra +4.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
And be sure to deduct the 500 from your inventory.
Yeah. No problem.
Okay. So, let's see. I gotta find my tables. Downtime is the most exciting time. On item table E. So you found some people that have some. They have some stuff. They got a decanter of endless water. An arrow.
Oh, yes, shit.
You find a quiver of arrows of slaying.
All right.
And you find a thing of universal solvent.
Soylent?
Solvent.
Man, I don't get it. Why is? Oh, were we talking about?
Yeah, we were just
No,
talking
was that
about
not
this the other day. Yeah.
All right. Well, I am.
Okay.
I'll approach these guys and kind of make a note of like, hey, are you guys willing to
What was that?
sell that decanter of endless water, yo?
Oh yes, it is for sale. You see. So you come up to a bunch of Thrycreen who have just come in for the day. This is like on like the fourth day. You're kind of in a bad mood, but you find them, and they've got a few things for sale. We actually found it in a caravan who had met their ends, unfortunately.
Right.
That wasn't actually a laugh. I just I have a cough. Thrycreen,
Right.
yeah.
Right. I want the decanter.
Of course. I could sell it to you for 200 gold.
Is this a real decanter?
He like takes
Oh
it.
wait, no.
Like if you ask him that, he grabs it and just starts like pouring water from it. Just whoosh.
I fucking okay. So I like inside everything. Yeah, it's a real like decanter. I for some reason thought it was a rare quality, not a.
Yeah, they're only
uncommon.
uncommon. They're only uncommon.
Oh well, fuck.
It's because
They're
create
just rare in the area.
create water is like a first level spell or whatever.
All right, so I just sure enough. I pull up 20 platinum and I just give it to him. Or well,
Alright.
does he understand that that's as valuable as?
No, we want the gold.
Right, so he wants gold. Okay.
He wants gold.
All right, so sure enough, I'll just.
Alright. You got incredibly lucky there. I rolled a 1 for the price and was going to double it. Doubling it still completely reasonable.
Right.
Congratulations
Alright, so I get
on your decanter of endless water.
Makes sense.
Now in your party
Ow.
inventory.
So I'll put it on me and I'll just back to the rest of the group and go, hey, look what I got.
Katikwi's jealous. He doesn't have any
Well,
blood
that-
on his hands, so didn't kill for it. I mean,
Where did you put the decanter of endless water?
it's in your inventory.
Oh, I thought you said party, so I was just
No,
like,
in your inventory. All right.
So, yeah,
Sorry, I want to get through this. Tashley.
I'm helping Annika. So
Right.
This
Creep.
is that my downtime? Yeah, that's fine.
I want to study. I want to find a place to study where I can learn Fireball and Tensar's floating disc.
All right. Roll me. That's a tough one. Roll me a D percentile. There is a 50% chance they'll have Tashley's floating disc.
The dodge floating disc.
50% chance they'll have tensors, and a 10% chance they'll have fireball.
Oh,
There's not much in the way of doing here. Yeah.
So I just grab 2d10s then.
Right click the D10 and hit the percentile.
Oh, okay.
That's one thing I want to do on that time, Rick, though.
First one.
They have tensors floating disc.
Sweet. I really wish I had that roll like for the next one.
Mm-hmm. They unfortunately do not have fireball.
I was 3 over. Oh, that's it's Rocky, please. But my dog's just like, what are you doing? But
Alright, so that takes like 2 hours and 50 gold to scribe over.
yeah, and
Yeah,
then from there I'm just gonna be.
They have arcade inks in stock.
Yeah, so I'll learn Tensar's floating disc, and then I'll. How much money was it again?
50 gold.
50
I
gold.
believe.
Okay. I will spend 50 gold then, and then what I want to do is I want to continue my herbology study in order to try and finish that up.
All right, I keep closing the downtime activities even though I need them right now. Jesus. Let's see. So I'm going to have you pay 250 gold because you're being taught out in the middle of nowhere. But for that, you do find somebody.
Okay, 250 then?
Yes. And that will
Okay.
complete your herbology training. You gain proficiency with herbalism tools. Or herbalist kit. Whichever. For that, you can also get an herbalist kit if you don't have one already.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much.
All right. So, as the week comes to a close, a group of people come into town. A short. So you guys are kind of like, I don't know. It's getting toward sundown. You guys are waiting. Like, she should be here any day. What's going on? Right? Like, she should be here, right?
Toshli is like all dressing up with a bow tie. He's cleaned up.
You guys are covered in sand. So four figures. One of them or two of them pulling a cart. Arrive at the town. There is a. Actually, let me. Where's my desert weather? Okay, it's a hot and calm. There is a bit of a sandstorm as the nighttime brings the desert winds. But you can see a very short creature who is like stumbling through the sand, being helped by a woman, quite tall, with a wide, dark wide brimmed hat, sort of covering her from the wind and the sun. Behind them are two very conspicuous warforged. One of them is about 7 feet tall. The other is just under 6 feet tall. The difference in height is quite staggering, and they're both pulling a cart, which is like one of the wheels looks like it's about to fall off. And as they come into town, I mean, you guys are like waiting at the gate. Like, you guys have there's like a table there. You've talked to the guards a bit, brought them some drinks. They don't mind if you stick around there. But yeah, as they come in, and the guards like ask them what their business is, the woman takes off her hat, and she's got her hair like flows out of it. It's very long, tied back into a not tied back right now. She looks like she's about maybe 47, getting on in years. Still pretty handsome. I don't know if handsome is the word. Like, it's a respectful word, but
We all know
she
the
gives a
respectful
small
word
bow.
you're thinking.
I'm Hallia Stone at your service. I've been ordered here by Morgrave University. This is Charlotte, dear. This is I'm not with him. They just sort of followed around. Although, she looks back at the Warforged with this, like, you kind of know what the look is, but the fact that she's looking at Warforged with it puts you kind of off guard.
Yeah.
She she like licks her lips and puts her hat back on. They should do fine on their own then. And she walks by and waves hello at the lot of you, winks at Tranquility, and goes back. Starts heading toward the inn and tavern. So the young boy there pulls back his hood. He's in a dark cloak that has been absolutely abused by the sand. Charlotte de Kenneth. He is a young boy, maybe 12 or 13, just into the years of puberty. He is wearing underneath his cloak, which he reaches in to bring out a letter, which is marked, which you can see very obviously is marked, stamped with a capital cursive D that is familiar to you. And you can see underneath he's quite well dressed considering he's in the middle of the desert. Like he's got like an actual proper like a jacket shirt. Like a shirt you would wear underneath a proper jacket. And he's actually got a bow tie, although it's come a bit loose in his travels over it. These are Dirk, and he points at the short one, and we call him Steak. Steak and eggs at your service. He just lets the front of the cart just plop down, and Dirk can't even grab it. Like this is the sort of guy that has like 22 strength. This Warforged who could probably have torn a man's arms off during the war. We come.
Oh, he has.
We come with we come with Charlotte. Charlotte de Kenneth. Give him the respect he deserves. Yes, about that. We're looking for a group of people, 2 Warforged, a goblin, and I believe 2 humans. He looks over and sees you lot like sitting there. Wait, what are the looks on your faces right now? This young boy who's maybe a foot and a half, maybe taller than Annika.
Toss not even looking at him. He's just looking at the inn that the woman went to.
Ebenezer has got this look. He's like his jaw is dropped, and he's like doing this. Really?
She winked at me. She winked at me.
Excuse me, young man. Why do you have a letter from Lady Dolores?
And who would you happen to be then?
If
you know of her lady.
We're her agents, so to speak.
Didn't
We're
mention
the
a
group you're looking
changeling
for.
among you lot.
Yes.
Although you're not exactly. That's an odd form to take.
It's a long story, but as you can see, 2 Warforged, a goblin, and
We have a gnome now.
a gnome, and other
right.
human we lost, and we honestly lost both humans. I am a half elf, though I don't look it.
The ears. Well,
Yes.
I am Charlotte. And as he goes forward and holds out his hand, his eyes suddenly roll in the back of the head, and in the back of his head, and he collapses forward into the dirt.
Oh,
And that is where we're in the session.
Ah!
Well then.
Oh, that's
Oh.
Jesus.
What a session.
all right.
Oh,
Maybe I zoned out somewhere in there, but I'll ask you after the.
Dude, Rick, when
So
you said
for
two-
the record, Lady Dolores said, I have people going there in a few days.
Yeah, she didn't say she was coming. She said she had people.
Yeah.
coming. I wanted to correct you, but I didn't.
purposely didn't correct you.
That's fine. It's better that Ebonir was mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what a session.
I
What a
can't believe you
session
brought
we
the
had.
NPC back. Like,
We
you
brought-
actually made that NPC, Rick.
Like, I literally had to wipe tears from my eyes because of
Yeah,
some of
It
those
was
scenes.
too heavy. Oh, man.
So this is how we fix
Fucked.
tranquility. We show him love.
Yeah.
Love.
Ah,
And
Everybody
and,
hug
and
Tranquility all at once.
Dimmy.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're back
yeah.
to evil. You're back to evil.
So I want to give a big
Uh.
shout out in no particular order to Gwydion, who donated 300 bits. Stone for that 25. Doyfam for that 25.
It was
JT
Owen.
Parr for 10. Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
And Trister for
Wow.
$100. Are you okay with this? Is this okay, Trister?
Yes, this is very okay.
I think Tristan's almost falling asleep, though.
Okay. Okay.
I am very much falling asleep.
Thank you so much.
Alright.
And thanks
Tomorrow
to
we got-
Ravik and JT Parr for their subscriptions, and to Welcome Party RPG for the follow.
Yay.
So
Yay.
that was our session. Join us back here on twitch.tv/thekittenhugs next week at 6 Eastern, where we will discover who those mysterious NPCs are. Who could they be?
Yeah.
And be sure to check out the youtube.com/thekittenhug. You can watch the entire backlog of VODs completely uncensored, because I don't have to censor this party. Thank you for not being dicks. But that's it for now. Thank you so much. You guys have a great night.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye.